Hello, cuties. I didn't wait. I didn't turn on my Switch.
Whoopsie.
I knew there was something I was probably missing. I'm like, let's see.
You're like,
Food.
something's missing, but I can't quite place my finger on it.
What is the Sunchu model? I will just have Sunchu exclusively on stream. The thing is that I'm not using my models at all for Ace Attorney, so it would kind of be useless here. I'm gonna be real with you. But the Sunchu model is just Sunchu only. No Oka, just Sunchu.
Just Sunchu. Only
Just
Sunchu.
Just Sunchu.
He's just staring at
we were yapping so much, and I was so invested in placing my Chinese food order, I low-key forgot to get water and go to the bathroom before
Go do that. Go do that. Go do that. I should probably get more water.
I'll go
too.
speed run real fast. I'm sorry, gang.
You're fine. You're fine. I'll go get water right after, because I'm just gonna grab some water bottles and dump it into my water.
Indy and I will entertain everybody.
Yeah, when Indy comes back. Did I miss much Fucho bait or nah? We were talking about a lot of different things.
In time.
We were talking about a lot of different things. I don't know how much we want to converse about that.
I know I started off with a rant about work, and then it just kind of went into Chinese food somehow.
Yeah. So now I'm getting Chinese food. Technically, I'm not actually getting Chinese food. I'm getting shut up! Words on stream. We're not playing you anymore. Goodbye. I know that you guys were winning. Teehee.
I need to make a note of that for future reference.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I'm looking for. I think I'm getting Thai food. So we'll see.
Ooh.
I have a bunch of snacks. Well, because I like Patsu. That's why. Or is that Thai? I actually don't know.
Maybe.
Patsu. What is it? It is Thai. Yes. I do love. I love like flat noodles. I love flat noodles, but I also like udon and stuff. So I'm like debating.
Got me some gummy bears, because I deserve a little treat after the shit I went through at work.
You do. Sounds like I missed out on some fun. I had Japanese today. It was kind of ass. My sister picked it. The teriyaki don was not good. Ooh, I'm so sorry. That, like, it's hard to kind of... Oh, I'm not eating that. Never mind.
What?
Sorry, I looked and I'm like... Oh, they have the what is it called? It's like essentially having like seafood broil. They have seafood broil in here, and then I thought wait, I just ate this yesterday on stream. I'm not eating that again.
Oh.
Nuh-uh, not happening. Sorry.
Minor details.
Minor details. Now it's 2 a.m. I'm hungry. Well, are you able to have any snacks? I'm trying to find stuff right now.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh my god, a gift sub to Chuck E. Cheese?
I'm so interested in who this anonymous gifter is, because you've given a gifted sub to the most craziest, like, I've never
fucking know. What?
There's a Chuck E. Cheese, like, account.
Is this the official Chuck E. Cheese Twitch? Why do they have an official Twitch?
I don't know if it's official. It doesn't have the official.
Why do they suggest Big Cheese the streamer? What is this?
I wish I had thought of doing that. That's hilarious. Listen, you theoretically could still keep doing it. There's a lot of random subs to random official channels that I have, and I'm kind of concerned. Yeah, yesterday was Germa.
What if somebody gives a gift sub to Jack's Films and he actually pops in and he remembers me and I'm like, hey!
Oh my god.
Hi.
Hey,
listen,
I've been dead, but it's fine.
That would be insanely funny, considering some of my chatters don't even recognize you guys in these outfits. which doesn't make sense.
I mean, I guess it's like on one hand, it's like. I mean, I guess you can't see my winks in this PNG. That's fine. But it's, on one hand, it's like, how the fuck can you not remember it? But then also, it's like, I've been called a giraffe once, so.
For real? Oh no, not this sound. That's the blue badger nightmare I remember.
Wow, my
okay.
chat keeps threatening to smoke me like weed.
What the heck?
What?
I keep telling them I'm not marijuana, and yet they keep insisting that they can smoke
The
me.
worst persist, but so do I.
Yeah.
Is the anonymous guy's bit now? True. Still don't know who that anonymous guy is, but I mean, pop off king. Is that a threat or a
Love you, Anon.
Love you, Anon. Anonymous. I'm trying to think. Do I get more spring roll?
Yeah, you should get the spring roll.
This is,
I got a veggie spring roll with mine because I got the dinner combo
I thought
plate.
you said you were getting crab lagoons.
Dinner combo plate, and I like getting white rice with it because I feel like the white rice absorbs the flavor of the sauces better.
Yeah.
I got it all down to a science. Carefully and intricately planned Chinese food.
Honestly, valid. I am getting jumbo shrimp. Wait, no, that's pad thai. Where's pad see ew? Whoopsies. I'm getting jumbo shrimp pad see ew. Because I love pad see ew. If I make it spicy, how spicy are they gonna make it? I don't know. We'll find out in a second.
Man, I have all the not what I'm called memes popping up on my timeline now.
That's so real.
Oh god, I see those all the time. I don't know what to do for mine though. Because I want to do them, but I'm like, but I don't know.
You could do Mary Joanna.
Indie dairy.
Insomnia, not what I'm called.
I mean, yeah, insomnia. It's not what I'm. Wait a second.
You know
what
it
I
doesn't
hate?
sound as similar as some of them.
You know what I hate? Because I know when I did stream, everybody was like, why the fuck did you name yourself Oreo? And I'm like,
That's not my name.
you're adding an E.
I mean, yeah, for Oro, you could just do Oreo.
Oreo, not what I'm called.
Me, I could just do oak, like oak tree. Not what I'm called.
We could do one of each other where it's like you get
or you
called
could be
Oro and I
okra.
get called
Or
oh, okra too.
Okra.
Oh,
you're green too, so it works.
It's not what I'm called.
We can draw okra.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah,
Twink!
Lady Oka.
Not that.
Yeah.
Goodness grief. Dude, this shit is so expensive. Nuh-uh. I'm not getting half this shit. No.
I think you'll understand. I don't actually. Will you understand this one? I'm gonna send it to you because I don't want to give indie spoilers for Final Fantasy.
Oh, joy. Oh no.
Gosh.
The funny thing is, I saved this. I don't know where this is from though, because I'm like, isn't this? This is Ishgard, isn't it? That's the Ishgard's castles.
Yeah, do we meet her in Ishgard?
Yes. Because
Okay, well,
because
Indy, you're not going to see the meet. Well, does Indy know who that guy is?
no.
Okay, never mind.
To be quite frank though, Indy's not gonna remember.
Okay, never mind, Indy. You're gonna see the meme.
Yeah, Indy's not gonna remember. It's fine.
Now it's only chats out of the loop. Take that, idiots.
Funny, I saved this, and it is the meme.
I saved it too.
The problem is, I don't know where this is from. What quest was this from?
I don't think it was from a quest. I think it's
Or a
just
dungeon.
general shit post.
Maybe.
A good quality shit post.
Just high
recommend.
quality.
Also, Indy, would you like an explanation of this meme?
Sure.
Alphino is so Alice is Alphino's twin sister. So
okay.
being called her twin brother is like, that's not me, which still happens to this day.
I also like how they changed the name to Alphinaud ?
Yeah, just in case, you know, you never know. Can never be too sure.
Alphino, poor baby.
So you gonna stream the game to us, Oka?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that would
am.
help.
I am quite lit. I was about to stream the wrong thing to you.
Whoopsie whoopsie.
Me or delivery order. Not
Oh yeah,
happening.
that's right. Edgeworth is face down, and then the other guy's dead.
And Gumshoe's on hands and knees for Edgeworth.
What
Okay,
a
but what if
crazy
he
scene.
wouldn't?
Oh, and the vibes are still on the table too.
Oh yeah,
It was
and the canary in the coal mine.
Red Alphino and Blue Alisate. No, literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Oh my goodness. But anyways, I'm gonna go quickly grab water. Or I'm gonna go grab more water, and then we'll start this, okay? See the fun part of not using Twitch a lot is I have no idea who those two are, despite the PNGs. So nice to meet you. In the title, you can click on both of their names. There is Indie Dairy on the right side and Oral Oriel on the left side.
Can I
I'm the
customize
green
my
one.
color name? I was like, can I customize my color name?
Yeah, you can.
In the title or in the chat?
In the title.
In the title.
Yeah, it's tied to whatever the color is for your theme on your Twitch channel.
Oh,
so that's why mine is that
I
shade of green.
haven't changed shit on my channel for a hot minute.
Yeah,
I did not realize that.
I do need to though. I know I did update everything for OBS.
I will be right back.
let me see where you
guys
go
entertain
specifically.
chat,
I think it's like
Somewhere in the creator dashboard, probably.
yeah, it's in like maybe your
Okay, who has been
channel
using
settings?
my emote for 213 times in the past 30 days?
Chat, I
Is
have
it
made a
you?
grave error.
No.
My sister's friend is downstairs too. I need to actually look presentable going down. Goddamn.
No, you don't.
That would be
There's a baby in the house. I have.
Okay, I found it, Oro. So if you go to your creator dashboard, you go to settings and you go to channel and then you go to brand. And then you can choose your profile accent color.
And what do you think I am? I'm gonna make it oh my god, I can make a custom color?
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can make it a
god,
hex
my
code color.
hair. Hold on, I'm also gonna update my profile picture. Where is it?
There you go. Look at that. Look at that. I helped. Yay. And now you guys know how to change the color of your username in case you're ever added in somebody's title in a
Yeah, wait, I have a question. Do I have permission to use your art as my profile picture?
Yes. You technically use my art for like all of your stream. I'm your model artist.
Yeah, you're right.
Why would I draw the line there? No, you can't use it for your fucking profile picture.
I just want permission. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I with with architecture, I have to like be careful of copyright laws.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't like it, but
just
also
very funny for you to be like, can I use your art on my stream while I'm also
You're like,
using your other art on my stream? It's like, you think I'm gonna say no?
I just want to make yeah, you could. You never know. Maybe
I'm
you
not
flip
gonna
a
say
coin and
no to
decide that's
that.
how
It's
you
a
use.
weird. But how are you guys? Have any of you also just been just completely and utterly just like snatched by the balls with the desire to have crab rangoons like I have today? Yeah, I woke up with a desperate need for crab rangoons. Also, yeah, Oro's an architecture major.
I am an architectural designer right now. I'm not an architect yet.
Yeah, you're working on your license.
Unfortunately, I have to drop 400
It's okay.
on my study materials, but that's for life. For life.
Yeah, I mean, a small price to pay for life, honestly.
Save changes. Yippee! I think I changed my name color.
Yay!
Refresh the page.
Yippee! Yippee! Let me refresh you so I can see the pretty color. Yeah, there it is. Yay! Look at you.
I know. I'm so fancy.
I think there's another universe out there where I became an artist or something, but I only ever drew Sonic characters when I was younger. Oh yeah, dude, you should have spent that time drawing Sonic characters. You should have used that to instead like build the entirety of the fucking like, you know, the Smithsonian Museum.
Who says you can't start now?
Idiot.
It's never
Wasting
too
your
late.
time drawing things you're
I
passionate
changed my
about
name
instead of focusing
color.
on monetary goals.
You found me, Oka. I
Idiot.
changed my name color.
Yeah, if you
Oh.
refresh the page, Oka, you'll see that Oro's name change is different now.
So funny thing is, currently I do not have Twitch open in any capacity besides my OBS,
Oh,
so
there
I
you
wouldn't
go.
see it.
Worry about it.
Well, there you go. If you did open
Yeah.
it, you would see that Oro's name is now a lovely shade of blue.
When we
Nice.
draw the Smithsonian, don't is hard. I know from experience. Field sketching is hard.
Yeah,
It's
I
fun,
mean,
but it's hard.
sometimes the best way to learn and improve is to just draw things over and over and over
That
again.
is how you do it.
Yeah, back in like high school, I literally had just pages and pages and pages of my sketchbook that were just dedicated to drawing hands. Which is why I'm so great at drawing hands now. It's because I had literally drawn hands like 50, 60 times. Just disembodied hands. It's the best way to learn. It also looks kind of horrific to just see like a bunch of cut off hands drawn in a sketchbook.
Minor details.
Hey, oh my gosh, what are you drawing? Hand.
Hands.
For what? Hand. They want to look through your sketchbook while you're at school because you're drawing.
It's just hands.
Hand kink. Look, don't come at me, man. We all got our things. A nice pair of hands.
Do look sexy.
They do say that if you want to improve something, genuinely the best thing for you to do if you want to improve your art and like drawing a specific thing is to get a kink for it. You get so much better at drawing.
It's motivation. In the end, it's motivation.
That's because you pay attention to the details. You want to get it just right. That's why.
Exactly. Alrighty, let us continue onwards. Before it gets way too hot in my room again. March 25th, 4:45 p.m. Jingfa presidential plane. Our husband has left us. And instantaneously, Edgeworth's like, I can't be looking like a peasant on the ground any longer.
Dust myself off. I must have been knocked unconscious.
Sir, you okay? Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth?
Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, Kay?
Sorry, I had to get a frog out of my throat.
I'm fine. I just woke up myself.
You put a frog down your throat? Unforgivable.
Head will be sore for a while. That's about it. So you can stop worrying. You may have a mild concussion and can't sleep for 24 hours, but it's okay.
Oh my god. Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? Very confusing for his last name to be the killer.
Well, say Mrs. Lloyd came running out of the plane and she told us he'd flown the coop. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. Bodyguard over there told us something too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from by the window. The killer must have stolen it, and rowed himself across the lake.
What about the cordon around the park?
I called everybody back in to stake out the plane,
God damn it.
including the guy stationed across the water.
No! So he's completely slipped through our fingers?
Ipsy Pepsi. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Knight, you're alive.
Unfortunately. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. Oh, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
His calling card.
Calling card, marked with a seashell.
Guess he wanted to leave a message.
Calling card, data jotted down in my organizer, left behind by the assassin Shelley the Killer when he made his escape, adorned with his distinctive seashell emblem.
The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims.
But you're not dead, sir.
I will be, one day. In like,
I'm
give or
sorry?
take, like, 60 years, you know. Average life expectancy taken into consideration. He's already marked his claim. But I could have been. Maybe that's his message. He could have killed me. He can't stop thinking about his parting words. Oh yeah, this is also me. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Now I know the truth. The truth about what?
Roger that. I'll clear out here, sir. Over.
What's going on?
Sorry, talking to the voices in my head. That was the president. He's coming out.
Okay. For the sake of it, I should ask, Oro, would you like either me or Indy to take over either the president or Knight, considering you have 4 voices in this scene right now?
Somebody can take over the night. I think Derry really wants me to do the president.
Yeah.
For no reason in particular.
For no reason in particular.
Okay.
Derry, do you want to take over the night?
But consider, Oro, we could have Oka do a really bad southern accent again.
I already have one! She's in
but
the
now
scene!
you can really practice and hone it in.
Why
with
am I gonna do a
characters.
southern accent for him? He hasn't been southern this entire time. Well, you guys have been playing
him
him.
a southern accent.
I'm not gonna play him as a southern accent then. Regardless. I already got one southern female. I'm not gonna go one southern
think about the
deeper
range
female.
you could be expanding whenever you really nail the southern accent on
Oh
him.
dear God. Okay. Would you like for me to do it then?
Yeah, you can do it.
I don't know if a southern accent's gonna work. Mostly because I already have a southern female. I don't know how much a southern male is gonna be any different. We'll see. I did.
That's good enough. Yeah, you just gotta throw in some southern twang, you know? But then again, Oro and I are also both from, well, I'm originally from Texas, but I don't live there anymore. We're both from Texas, so...
I was also from Texas, remember? I just live in California longer.
Well, that's just, you got skill issues. I don't know what else to tell you.
What the fuck? The Californian accent has taken over. I'm sorry. Also, you know, it really didn't occur to me until just now that all 3 of us have lived in Texas at one point or another. I'm so curious whether or not at one point we all lived near each other.
God.
That is crazy to think.
Okay,
hold on.
I'm that one kid from my... I know you're probably not because you're not severely allergic to peanuts. But
Yeah.
I remember distinctly in kindergarten, there was one of my friends, the very first friend I made in public school. She was very allergic to peanuts. And so she would invite me to the counselor's office to eat lunch with her because she couldn't even really be in a room with peanuts or else she'd go into anaphylactic shock just by the
just
smell.
being near them. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, kids with young kids with allergies, they're kind of whack. But it's like, but yeah. So could either one of y'all be that girl? Y'all fucking left me after kindergarten. You didn't tell me where y'all were going.
Oh, yo, he's okay. Look, we posted it in our chat. Oro.
But this was, I'm trying to remember what the years were for when I was in Texas. It had to have been when I was like, it's like when I was like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. So
we were all kind of in a very close proximity area. Because, like, I've definitely been to both of those.
yeah, I'm fairly certain. Imagine we have like we find a random picture and it's all 3 of us together and we're like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck is
God.
this? Like the actual like
this is when you
mind.
went to summer camp that one time. Back
Oh
when
my
y'all were
God.
kids. Oh, you were the best of friends back then. And you were so sad when the others had to leave. But we took this photo of the 3 of y'all to think you were reunited like this.
I'm about to go scour through my yearbook.
No, because I never went to school is the thing in I was about to say it in Texas. I never went to school in Texas because I started preschool in California. That was when I had already transferred, or when I had already moved. So, shrug.
Shrug.
That's the type of shit that makes you believe in faith. Listen, I already believe in faith. I believe. People say I sound normal until I get on the phone. Then it's the Texan accent comes out. No, literally, it's the customer service accent.
I think it's
I have like a mirror accent whenever I'm talking to other Southerners who have a thick accent.
Yeah,
then my
that's kind of
accent
what I
comes
do
out.
too.
But if I'm talking to people who don't have a Southern accent, then I don't really have it. But if I'm talking to somebody with a really heavy Southern accent, my Southern accent does also come out as well.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I don't think I have a really heavy Southern accent because I was raised in a city. But it's also like, you know, I do kind of have like a little Southern twang.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in like the city too, but also whenever I moved to Louisiana, there's a lot of people who have really, really thick Southern accents and also Creole accents. So that's also kind of rubbed off on me just by the proximity of living near a bunch of people as well who have like really thick accents. But because I grew up in the city, I speak quote unquote normal.
Speak quote unquote normal.
You know what's funny? I actually had a distant relative who grew up in California, and they asked me if I rode horses to school, and I was like, no.
They've asked me that too
It's
about
funny
like
because
riding
to make
horses
a good
to
first
school.
impression on us, she like dressed up in like a sparkly pink. This was when I was a kid, also, but like she dressed up in like a sparkly pink cowgirl outfit, and both my sister and I are like, "What the fuck are you wearing?"
Oh my god.
'Cause we were
Okay,
the
but
only-
we did
were the
have
only
rodeo
relatives
day at
from
school.
Texas.
Because y'all also had rodeo day, right, Oro?
Yeah, we had something vaguely kind of like rodeo day.
We had rodeo day, and they brought horses to the track and field, like outside, and we could
they
ride the
didn't do
horse
that
in
for
like a
us, but I
circle.
think
Oh well, we were just
we
built
didn't-
different, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, also it's like we didn't really have a place where you can get horses within.
Yeah,
short
rodeo
distance.
day. I loved
Rodeos
rodeo
are fun.
day. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah,
Goodness gracious.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like it's just kind of in the middle, like, what's going on?
Oh my god, you rode your first mechanical bull there? That's so much fun. Yeah, dude, the rodeo day was where it was at, man. I've ridden on a couple of horses because of it.
Okay, so nutters. The only Texan thing I'm proud of are street tacos, Buc-ee's, and Head?
HEB.
HEB.
Dude, I love HEB. Oh, dude, it's HEB is like the Texan equivalent of like Walmart.
Oh.
It's like Texas Walmart.
But also like
Oh.
low key better.
Yeah. It's like, well, Walmart's the easiest way to describe it. It's closer to like the Texas chain of like Trader Joe's.
So we're all going to meet together in a state that's like in between all of us, and we're all going to take a trip to HEB.
It really is Texas, by the way. At this point,
yeah, Texas
is literally
the state in between all three of us.
Oh, well, I guess
Because
we're all gonna meet up in
Oka's
Texas,
on the fucking West Coast and I'm on the East Coast.
and I'm in the middle.
Exactly. You're driving us, Oro.
Yeah, we're all come pick us up.
It's okay. You have your license. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They make fresh tortillas. Oh, nice.
Yeah, they do. It's so good.
Dude, I think this is the last thing because we actually gotta continue. But I think the only thing I really know about Texan food is one, always the barbecue is better there than in California. Always.
Texan barbecue slaps so hard.
But also, from what I remember, there's actually this one like Texan barbecue place that is also like Egyptian as well. Like the owner, and also like the owners are Egyptian, but also they make it like an Egyptian and like Texan fusion, and they're like a really like popular / big like Texan place or like what's it called, barbecue place in Texas. And I'm like, I want, please. I remember they got featured in one of the cooking like YouTuber like videos.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Egypt meets Texas. Huh?
Yeah.
I feel like I remember my abuelito saying something about how he was a Texas barbecue like award winner for something. He did win an award. So I could believe it because I've had his barbecue. I could completely believe it. Also, it would make sense why he has his own custom like smoker that he fucking welded himself. But yeah, they take it very seriously.
I think it is KG. Yeah, I think it is KG barbecue.
KG.
Yeah,
KG BBQ.
I'm like looking at it. I'm like, yeah, no, this is what it looks like. I think this is what it is. Yeah, in Austin, and I'm like, damn, I want to go.
Road trip.
This talk is getting me hungry. Road trip one day, dude.
I'm so hungry too, and I see my DoorDash. Like I see it's heading to me right now for my Chinese. My crab rangoons will be here soon.
Dude, it says my food should be here in like 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, has it picked up?
Potato salad. Interesting.
I don't know.
Oh my god, the first Kickstarter I ever backed was for potato salad.
Yo.
Why potato salad?
There was this one Kickstarter way back in the day. This was like fucking like, oh god, like 10 years ago. There was a Kickstarter back in the day where a guy was like, yeah, maybe like $20 for like so I can make some potato salad. He ended up making like $20,000 on his fucking Kickstarter. So he basically made like this whole huge like potato salad thing, where he was like donating a lot of potato salad to like the homeless. I was one of the people who actually donated too, and I was there on the live stream whenever he was like peeling potatoes on the live stream. And I took a screenshot of the live stream of him peeling potatoes, and I drew like little uwu anime blush faces on all of the potatoes on that screen and fucking tweeted it. And tweeted it at them because they had like a thing where you could like tweet at them too, and he would like respond. And one of the people who was there literally printed out the photo that I drew and pinned it up behind him. And was like pointing it out to him, and she's like, yeah, they drew like ooh blush faces on all the potatoes. It's like an anime thing, and she was like explaining it to him.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. What the fuck?
So I was a part of history.
Smiley face.
Yeah. Since you mentioned potato salad, yeah. I donated to the world's biggest potato salad
don't
campaign.
apologize, Duke. We derail ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you ever think that we always derail ourselves, we're not like professional like you and your voice acting group. We literally will spend like way longer than we should on a case because we end up yapping for an entire hour. Listen,
I feel like it's
us
about
starting
to get
stream
derailed in a minute again, but we'll see what happens.
Listen, I'm just saying, us literally starting stream an hour late is normal.
Yeah. Normally the voice acting don't even really start until like an hour.
we are professional yappers.
And we're here yapping.
We make so many jokes. I know you make so many jokes. You don't yap like we do. We derail so hard. We end up spending an hour yapping about anything. Like that's the difference between our yappage. But no, it's so chef's kiss when we yap. I was literally about to make a joke. Honest to God, we should just. I know that you guys aren't going to TwitchCon, but man, if you guys were going to TwitchCon, it'd be funny for us to make a panel, and it's just yappers enthusiasts. The panel. That would be so funny. We're just there yapping the entire time.
Learn how to yap the panel session.
I will cosplay as myself.
Oh, dude. If you do, I will
amazing.
find
That'd
a
be
way
so
to cosplay
cute.
as myself. Dang, Oka really said you don't yap like I do.
We'll figure it out.
You're not like us. You're not like us.
See, if you guys want to learn how to yap, the key is to have like a base, something that you can yap about before you dive off into the tangents.
Yeah, and then you find something that you're yapping about to yap more about.
Which is why it's really easy to yap when you're with friends.
How we went
because we yap based off of each other.
Yeah, we just bounce shit off each other.
We were talking about Texas, and then we went into barbecue, and then we talked about Egyptian barbecue, and then we started talking about potato salad because the Egyptian barbecue place had potato salad.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you yap. Even you could also do this by yourself. You don't have to do this with friends. Yeah. You can literally go from talking about Ace Attorney to do you can literally talk about like Ace Attorney and then go straight into like a crime scene that you, or like an event, or like a, you know,
true
crime that you've seen, and then you go straight into television, and then you say about your favorite TV show, then oh look, your favorite movie also. Your
like
favorite game
when we started yapping about cannibalism.
Oh yeah.
we spent like 15 minutes talking about like the ethics of cannibalism.
How are you yapping about yapping? Because sometimes you need to talk about the yapology of yapping. Yeah. Also, what the hell is going on where my driver hasn't gotten my food yet, and they just keep driving around the location? Do they just not know?
Circling around?
No, I think they just don't know where the place is. Oh, I think they just went into the freeway again. I'm kind of like watching them going on the. I think so, dude. Who is this?
Oh my god, my guy's parked out front. He's about to climb up the stairs.
Okay, well, we'll continue yapping. You know what?
So we got a couple more minutes of yap ability.
What we'll do is we'll yap, but also I will throw us into a 3-minute ad break because it's literally going to be in 5 minutes, or it's going to be in 10 minutes anyways. So, my lovelies, if you don't want to deal with the ad break, consider subscribing. It helps out immensely. Twitch Prime is for free if you have Amazon Prime. If you don't want to subscribe, then don't worry about it. You can check us out on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube right now, and you guys can watch it free there. It'll just be like a 30-second delay, but that's nothing, quite frankly. And so yeah, if you wanna chit chat with us, we're just gonna keep yapping while we're doing this. But 3-minute ad break, and then Indy get food, and then we will continue onwards.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's very helpful if you want to learn how to yap, just to yap adjacent to something else. Like, I don't think I could just go straight into a just chatting and just start chatting about everything unless I had like bullet points of things I wanted to talk about. But that's why my tarot streams are like just chatting streams, basically.
Mm-hmm,
yeah. Because I'm talking about like the cards, but then also talk about like life stuff as well, and talking with chat about other things. It is just a matter of knowing what you can bounce off of.
Yeah.
And having something to bounce off of.
Yeah. And it helps. It of course helps to have friends that you're able to like kind of have that good like bounce off synergy.
My food's here,
But yeah. But it obviously is like you can do this absolutely by yourself. So, you know, the yapology, honestly, that would be great. Having a panel about yapping. I would be so down. I would be so down to make that shit. I'm gonna go poke at some people and see if they want to do that. I'll think about it. But what's it called? You know, I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm fairly certain my delivery driver just gave up. I think I'm gonna be so real with you. They're going the entire opposite direction on the freeway, and I'm like, there's no way you're picking up my food at this point. Like, they're not even going in the direction of my place. They're going the opposite direction of my place and the opposite direction of the restaurant.
Man.
Unless they ended up going into a place where they can't exit. But I'm fairly certain I see every single exit there that they're doing. Also, Log, thank you so much for the 2 months, darling. Thank you. Got an ad, which means another sub for my wife.
Do you mind if I go piss girl real quick?
Yeah, go piss. See, now we're gonna get into the yapology of me talking by myself. I'm pretty alright at ambient yapping when I'm with people I'm comfortable with. Just the moment I'm with strangers and they show interest is when I go full, did you know that in 1994, Sonic and Knuckles? No, literally. That's so real. That is so real. Also, thank you so much, Log. Thank you for the resub. Thank you. I think, like, the big thing with yapping, I think a lot of people have a bigger problem trying to yap by themselves. And I think that's, like, the thing that is really unfortunate, because yapping by yourself is a lot more controlled, right? I love Indian Oro, of course. We can yap all we want, but obviously because of Discord and just latency in general, sometimes it does end up being where we overlap with one another and we talk over one another, right? And of course, sometimes the conversation strays way different than you would expect. For example, the cannibalism conversation we had yesterday, right? So it's like, sometimes, like, you can't really control the outside circumstances of the yapology, obviously. It doesn't, kind of, like, work well with that, but comfort yapping with yourself is always, like, a delightful thing. I know it's a lot harder for people to kind of bounce off themselves, but you get to learn how to do that, for sure. What is this dude doing? Where are they driving? Did they decide to take another?
You get that ability for free if you have ADHD, though. I'm shoving crab rangoon in my mouth right now.
What about ADHD? What?
ADHD gives you the free ability to be able to yap with yourself because you got those tangents going a mile a minute in your brain.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think my theater pass for that. Also, yeah, dude, if you've been in theater, it's so easy for you to do that as well.
Yeah,
having ADHD
it'd be really nice to be able to do improv. That's something I've been wanting to learn.
Oh, improv's fun.
I really want to take, like, a legit improv class. I've never actually done theater, but I really want to. It seems really fun. I'm really into, like, musical theater stuff, so I think it'd just be really cool to, like, find like an improv class. Because I also do feel like that would improve, like, my streaming and my yap ability and stuff like that. I do think I am pretty good at thinking on my feet and stuff like that, but it'd just be nice to be able to bounce off more of it more as well.
Hit him with the yes and.
Yeah.
Hit him with the oopsie daisies.
I've been watching a lot of Dropout TV lately.
Oh, Dropout's nice.
I love Dropout so much. They're so fucking funny, dude. But, like, Make Some Noise is so funny. That's definitely what's kind of like, yeah, it's like one of their shows, because, like, Dropout TV has, like, a bunch of different shows. And Make Some Noise is basically, like, their equivalent of like, Whose Line Is It Anyways? Kind of, where they have, like, a bunch of, like, improv prompts that they give to, like, the 3 people that are there, and then they all have to just, like, roll with it. So it'll be like, a taxi driver who's just a little too enthusiastic about figuring out where you're going next.
Sorry, my entire
they
brain
post their
like
shorts, like, everywhere.
I love them. Sorry, it went over my head for a second. For some reason, my brain completely thought something else. No, I love them.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I think I saw one of them earlier today, and it was like the sun and moon have a conversation during the eclipse, and man, dude, that shit was so funny again. I love them.
I think a lot of fun if we tried to do something like that with us.
Oh yeah, that's
We need
so.
somebody to play Sam Reich
Oh,
though
yeah,
and make
okay,
the
okay,
prompts
okay,
for us.
okay. I know who you're
I
talking
can do
about.
that because
I know who you're talking
I
about.
literally was in what's it called, my comedy improv like team for 3 years, and
Oh, wow.
I've done 3 years. Yeah, I was on a quote unquote professional team for 3 years, and then I also did like just straight up theater for 3 years between high school to college.
Oh my god, we did the Oka lore, you guys.
Damn,
I
Oka
had no
flexing.
clue.
No, we didn't go to like
Yeah, Oka flex.
tournaments. Unfortunately, there was just, unfortunately, especially in California at the time, there wasn't really like a big movement to have a professional like tournament for comedy improv. So like the only time there was like actual like competitions was either when the schools talk to one another to try and like just get the students to work together for it, or it's during the actual theater competitions that did happen. That those were fun, man. The theater competitions are so fun, but that's the only time when, you know, teams would represent. Here's your horrible Oka lore. There was one time in improv, which, by the way, as a note, because this kind of pertains to the story. So every Friday, there would be a comedy improv like event during lunch. So like anyone would just go up and like, you know, there would like we would just have like a bunch of like random different skits going on, right? There was one that is, I don't remember what the official name was, but essentially it's like someone has a remote control, quote unquote, and so it's like they would go like forward and back. Yes. No, not change.
Or
It would be they would essentially go forward or back, and they essentially would control it as if like we're watching TV, and they would control the quote unquote players by going backwards and forwards as if it's like the television, like they're doing that. There was one point that I don't know what I was doing. I think I was trying to make a laugh, and then I didn't realize the consequences of my actions doing this. I had I essentially quote unquote fell on the ground and like more or less slammed my head into the very wooden like stage, and the guy kept going forward and back, getting me to go put myself back up to drop myself down straight face first into the floor multiple times.
It got.
I think the teacher had to like stop that. No, I should have, but listen, I'm an awkward like ADHD heavy kid that just wanted people to like me. So I thought it was like I thought it was funny for people to like I mean, laugh at that.
Back in like high school, I was a total doormat, dude. 100%. Nowadays, I would literally tell people to fuck off, but back in high school, I would not say a single word. People would like spill their hot soup all over me, and I'd probably find a way to make it my fault. And like,
you literally want to apologize.
Exactly, dude. I think my nose was bleeding at that time. I think I actually like burst in my nose too.
To like chew anybody that even remotely like bothers my friends. Like, how many times have I threatened to chew people who bother you guys?
You were talking about making somebody into feet tacos today for me.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be so real with you. I don't think I'm getting this food.
I believe in you.
I'm looking at.
Might just have to like wait for like a different guy to like pick it up, but I believe in you.
So here's the thing. I'll tell you. No, it's all good. No, because this dude started driving the opposite direction, and now he's just going. I don't even know where the hell he's going. He's so far away, not from even the restaurant. He hasn't picked up the food, as far as I'm aware. He hasn't picked up the food. He's so far away from the restaurant. He's not anywhere near me or the restaurant. And I'm like, dude, I dealt with this like a week ago, less than a week ago, because this one person was just
gave
not
up and went home.
No, literally, I kid you not, probably. Because
I'm wondering if he's waiting for you to cancel the order so then he can swoop in and take it.
See, that's what I'm thinking, because that's more or less what had happened with when I got frozen yogurt like a few days ago. Because
you should just contact like DoorDash or whoever and be like, so my delivery driver's going the complete opposite way.
I can't. I did that with when I was getting Yogurtland, and they said, no, we cannot change the person. You cannot change your driver. you're just gonna have to either wait or you're going to have to cancel it yourself. I'm like,
Then wait.
What?
Yeah,
that
I'm
time.
stubborn, so I just wait, and then I get my refund, and then usually I just reorder it again.
Can you place a separate order on like a computer?
oh, I was on my computer. They're like, maybe you should refresh your phone to make sure that the driver is going the right way. I'm like, brother, I'm on PC. I know I'm talking to an AI. Stop it. Like, no, it was annoying because essentially what ended up happening, which actually was more to my benefit, but I still thought it was annoying, was they gave me a $12 like offer for it being late and also for this horrible inconvenience. Then they refunded me my money, and so I just used the $12 to essentially get another yogurt. But because the girl was near the yogurt place, I was not going to put it in immediately for her to get another one of my orders. You know what I mean? So I had to wait an hour, and I'm like, it's so hot. I just want my frozen yogurt. And I called yogurt and I'm like, bro, like, what, is there something going on? Do you guys not have it? They're like, no, we have it right here. It's literally here with us. We just haven't gotten a driver picking it up yet. I'm like, bro, the driver's like sitting across the street. I'm killing you. I'm killing them. I was so annoyed. Anyways, now let's continue this. Oh god.
Me.
I'm gonna figure out his voice. It's not gonna be immediate. That was the president. Right. He's coming out.
No. Sorry, I have broccoli.
I was gonna say, yeah, I just realized you're literally the main person to talk.
Oh boy.
Here we go, Oro, the line I've been waiting for, the voice I've been waiting to hear all day. So he's the president of Zhengfa, Mr. Dijun Wang.
And you are...
God.
It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth.
The honor's all mine, Mr. Edgeworth, all mine, I say. I am Dijun Wang. You know, the amazing, the incredible Dijun Wang. The one and only.
The best president of Zhengfa ever.
The best president
some say it's written in the
Zhengfa.
textbooks. You look at the textbooks, you open them, you go to the page, you see my name, you see that my name is the best name ever. You know, they have it written out, huge font, beautiful font, absolutely incredible. The pages is completely covered in the most beautiful, gorgeous font you've ever seen. And my picture right next to it, unforgettable, really, unforgettable, perfect.
You type that out for me, I will read it.
Oh my god. I'm not typing all that out.
Fair enough.
You just have to talk fucking nonsense, dude, and just start rambling. That's all he does.
I look away for 2
I mean, I love our president, and I have absolutely no ill will towards anything he's ever said or done. I promise you, ICE and the Secret Service, that everything I say is definitely not at all in any conflict with what our God Lord President Donald Trump / Pope Donald Trump has ever said and done.
What are we talking about? We're not talking about Donald Trump. We're talking about DJ.
We're talking about
yeah.
We're talking about President. Your efforts on behalf of Zhengfa, I'm not gonna notice, as you can see. You averted something of a crisis. You know, a truly terrible tragedy that would have befallen me, the wonderful leader of Zhengfa.
Would have definitely hit Biden, but I'm not Biden. I'm better than Biden.
You know,
so there's no way it would have affected me.
I actually think this is Lang Zi's fault. You know, he kind of, he set this all up for me. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all. I just happened to be in the line of fire. It wasn't my fault at all.
They tried to take me down. They tried to silence me. They were scared of what I was going to say because they know I'm too powerful. They had to take me out, but they missed. They missed. Failure of their guns on their part. Honestly, their guns, puny little bullets. They can't even aim. They're like stormtroopers. Okay, I'm good now. I'm normal now.
Okay.
Augusta with the wheeze emo over your face is wild.
No, I know she
I'm just fading it in and out when I'm dying of laughter on my end.
You need to make that like a button on your stream deck.
Don't worry, it's a button on my sources. I just toggle it on and off.
Bet.
He must be referring to the Yatagarasu case.
If their guns weren't made in China, they would have hit me. I'm essentially like this. What's it called? His country is more or less China, right?
Yeah, his country is basically like the China of Ace Attorney.
Yeah. So I mean, like...
Hold on. I am the best at dodging the bullet. The best, believe me. The CIA members told me, Wang, you could get like hit by some bullets and we could go train our people. You're so good at dodging bullets. And you know, I think their guns were made in China. Their guns, you know, terrible aim, terrible craftsmanship. You know, their guns were made in China. Maybe they would have hit me.
I'm losing my sanity. That's so funny. I had to up your volume because of the fact that like
sorry, I'm talking so quietly.
It's just equal to game audio, and I'm like, it has to be better.
Bass
It's hard because it's like the way I'm doing his voice. It's like it naturally becomes soft, and I'm like, I hate it.
Yeah, because you're like puckering up your lips, going.
Yeah, you're puckering up your lips, and whenever there's an A, you go and. You have to like open your mouth only with A's.
Yeah. By the way, update. My food is now out for delivery, but also this guy is nowhere near me. So I'm kind of like, brother, did you just take my food? What is going on?
Probably.
Let's see if I can get... Let me see if I can get that Grubhub guarantee and say that it arrived late. Anyways. Say this line again?
He must be referring to the Yatagarasu case. Thank you, sir. But all I did was solve a few local cases of murder.
You are too humble, really. You saved my life, and you are investigating, you know. Wonderful, Miles Edgeworth. I have been observing your investigation. Very wonderful, very precise, very clean. You know, you are a impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth, even if Dick Killer get away. But I don't blame you, Dick Killer. Very handsome man. Very handsome man.
That's very kind of you to say. So he was watching through the security feed.
Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes, unfortunately. I would very much like you to stay, but Air Force One, you know, kind of...
What do you mean?
I gotta
just cuts you off. What do you mean?
I gotta go home, I gotta see Melania, and you know, my wonderful wife. Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall only say this once, and once only. I will not repeat myself. Knight has appraised me of the state of affairs. Yes, he has. Very crucial state of affairs. Very hard. And from this point forward, the case will be handled by Zhang Fa's police force. The finest in the world. Very finest, you know. We sick about a man, they catch him in 2 days flat.
Even with the killer out of the picture, they're still looking to get me thrown off the case?
No hard feelings, Mr. Hedgewood. No hard feelings. It's just business.
Oh my god.
Not that it's just business!
What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been for him, the killer would've.
Detective! Forgive him, Mr. President, but I must confess to being somewhat confused.
You know, it's only natural to be confused. You know, it's fine. Everybody gets confused.
I fail to see how or why this case falls within Zheng Fa's jurisdiction.
Because I say so. You fail to see? It was I who was attacked. Enough, puny prosecutor. It was I who was attacked. I was personally attacked. And I think this is all set up by my competitor, Lang Ji. And, you know, I think, you know, Lang Ji had it out for me.
Lang Ji is not even a competitor. He's fucking Interpol. He doesn't even live in the
Just
country
roll with
anymore.
it. Just roll with it. I'm trying not to draw too many parallels. You seek explanations from a head of state. I say no. No. 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. You do not deserve an explanation. Even though you are one of the best prosecutors, you do not deserve an explanation from me. Now, hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourself from this plane.
You
Respectfully.
just want those vibrators back, don't you?
Even if I did, I'm not gonna say.
Oka, this
I-
is you now.
I'd do as he says if I were you, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know why I called you Mr. Edgeworth.
You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Even the knight recommends you do what I say. Everybody does what I say.
Oh, that's okay. I thought that was my food. I'm like, the fuck? What?
This can't really be the end of the line, can it?
For like the
I guess
20th time, by the
no.
way.
Case evidence handed to Mr. Knight. Damn it. Why? Why let us come so far, only to pull the plug on the case out from under us?
Because I said so. Now, you may leave. Or do I need to have Mr. Knight throw you out of Air Force One? Knight, detain the suspect.
Air Force One.
Sorry, Mrs. Lloyd. I understand you might be a very, very reputable news reporter, but unfortunately, as circumstances pertain, you have to be put under arrest.
Oh my god. Oka's
Yes.
arresting Oka.
Yes, sir. Right away. Not this.
To make an attempt on my life, to murder one of my faithful servants, the fraternity, the villainy. Who would ever think of doing something like that?
I didn't murder nobody. Cause I... Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist, if that really is your name.
Yeah, illegal name.
Answer me this. In a world already lousy with lies, with deception, with sin and inequity, why would you do this? Can we stand
yourself.
by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? First it was a CEO and now it's this. I say no. 1,000 times no. There could be no forgiveness. There could be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you. You know, everybody asks me why, so I always gotta tell them why.
He's hiding something. I'm certain of it.
You know, I've been subbed to the wonderful LadyOka. I love VTubers. You know, VTubers are the best. I've been subbed to the wonderful LadyOka for, I think, 36 months now, 36 months. And not to brag or anything, but I have 234 coins in her channel, 234 daily coins. I try to make sure whenever I can to grab my daily coins. They are very important.
Oh shit.
And I
Thank you
have
for the
over
reminder.
300k. I have over 300k channel points, and if I wanted to, I'm pretty sure I could convince her to end the stream at any time, just for me alone.
Imagine you just press the end stream button while we're doing this right now.
You have it.
It'd be
you have it.
wild.
No, I'm still short some of that, but
Also, I was gonna say, be mindful that if you do, it is an automatic, immediate shutdown of my stream.
I don't have 1 million. I only have 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
So we're quite a bit away. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What are VTubers?
Mr. Edgeworth, there's gotta be something we can do.
Remember. How many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom?
Wow, look at this guy talking to himself. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Says the guy talking to himself across the room.
I wasn't talking to myself. I was talking to my wonderful security guard, Mr. Knight. Wonderful job.
He was.
The lies of- yeah. You've confronted the lies of witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers. Has the critical evidence always been laid at your feet? No. And yet you always got to the truth of the situation in the end. With your greatest weapon of all, your words.
You know, I think words are very, very powerful. Words are very powerful. You know, you say something and then it just comes. It just comes to life. Words are very powerful.
Now, let us analyze the state of play.
All right, you guys ready for the timed event?
Time for some chess, baby.
I will. I don't exactly know the rules of chess, but I will try my best. Begone, puny prosecutor, or do you dare defy the direct order of a president?
As a reminder,
Me, the president, most wonderful
Yeah, this
president
is
alive.
timed. Yeah.
well, as a reminder,
It's not
I
going
will
well, it's okay.
click which one it is based off what you guys say. So if you say
Yeah.
if you say it indie, then I'm basing it off of that. Okay.
Oh, I thought we get to guess, and then if we're right, you pick it. But
Oh,
if we're
yeah,
wrong,
okay.
you pick the right
Yeah.
one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you
we just get the
use-
chance.
Sure.
No, we'll get the chance to guess, but at the end of the day, you're picking the correct option.
Yes.
for us.
I'm waiting for you guys to say it, so then you guys at least made a decision, and then I'll just pick whatever's correct, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not gonna listen. He clearly means to drown out any objection by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent's on the offensive, the best thing I can do is bide my time and wait for an opening. As he said himself, he's a head of state, a seasoned politician. He won't open himself up to attack easily. I can't let him bully me into submission. I have to stay calm and alert.
Edgeworth already has too many husbands that do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, this is low-hanging fruit. I shouldn't make the joke. It's too obvious.
I also hate
I
how
will.
your chat. I hate how your chat is giving me things to say in that certain someone's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find my moment. My first aim should be to find out why he's insisting on Zheng Fa taking over the case.
It's simple.
board is
You're
set.
the best. We're the
Time
best
to make
person.
my opening gambit.
Mind chess. Commence.
Mine chess.
Mine chess.
Explain to
Explain.
me why I'm off the case.
Well, we can do either or first.
Okay.
Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case?
Imbecile, cease your insolent jabbering. I need not to explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and they are none of your concern. My knowledge is simply the best. My intuition is the best. Nobody should question it.
If I want to take this any further, I'll need a clue of some kind.
No, you don't need a clue. You just need to stop.
Let me try another tack for now. Explain to me who will take
Yeah.
over the case. Yeah. Please, about the case.
Did I give you permission to speak? No. 1,000 times, no. I already said we are the best country. Bide my time.
Yeah, I said bide his time, I think. So bide.
Biden?
Biden? No.
I am the leader, Sheikh Fa. I have no time for your insolent backchat. I am simply the best. We are simply the best country, best investigation team in the world.
I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact.
There is nothing that needs to be confirmed.
You said that the investigation will now be assigned to your national police force?
I do. Now enough of your pointless questions. Our police force is simply the best in this country. They work so hard, our men and women. They work so hard. Very proud of them.
Bide my time still?
Mm-hmm.
Good boy.
I don't like that he called me that. I don't want to hear his voice say
You
that
don't like
out
being
loud
called a
ever.
good boy? You don't want like being called a good boy, Mr. Edgeworth?
Stop!
You're
All
not
right.
my word.
Not by,
That's what
not
you
by
were,
that
Mr.
voice. Not by that voice.
The interior displayed is the sovereign territory of Zhengfa. You have no rights here. No rights. Only
The interior,
I am
but not
only
the
person-
exterior, bitch.
I am the only person who has rights in the interior of the
Stop!
zone. Just me.
Oh my
I
God.
command absolutely everything.
Is that so?
I'm gonna be so real with you. Oro is doing so well that I'm already auto-tuning Oro's like yapping out. Like, you're doing so well that I'm like, oh my god, get this
Your
guy
brain
to
just already
shut up.
filtering it out.
Literally.
Could it be that our current location itself is significant somehow?
And before you ask, no, I will not be stepping outside
I
this
should
plane.
keep
I
that in
simply
mind.
do not feel safe.
It could be a useful clue.
It is not a useful clue.
So now we do this.
Okay. Now explain to me why I'm off the case. Can you at least explain to me why I'm off the case?
Imbecile, cease your insolent jabbering. I already told you this once. Do I have to tell you again? I need not to explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and they're none of your concern. I already said I will not be stepping foot
Perhaps it's
outside
time
this
to
plane.
employ my clue. Just
You
cutting
not-
you off. Are they related to our current location?
Yeah.
In the course of our conversation, I've deduced a certain fact from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location.
You smarmy, smart Alec. If I were you, I would just shut my mouth.
And as you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zhengfa. And from that, we can infer that you believe the rules of extraterritoriality apply inside here. Is that correct?
Enough. Cease your objectionable whining. It is getting very annoying, quite frankly, very annoying. You know, when I was, giving a bunch of speeches back in the day, there were these people who would yell at me, and I would just tell them to be quiet, and they would be quiet. But you, no.
Bide my time.
Bide my time. If you have nothing else to say, then stop wasting my time and get out of my sight. Preferably out of the plane, and preferably not with me. I will be staying inside the plane.
Maybe there is such a thing as biding my time too much.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay.
Whoopsie.
That was the one afterwards. Okay.
I can't let him bully me on the back foot. I have to stay calm and alert.
Calm and alert.
If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find an opening.
Okay, we gotta go through this again. I'm gonna just go.
Speed run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here. I never talk to myself. I'm always being watched by some foreign entities. We're not sure if they're alien or not, but we know that they are foreign and they're actually watching me.
Yes.
Yeah, we did this part, yeah. Are things getting too hot for you? You can rant and roar all you'd like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable. The moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated.
I am not visibly agitated.
Goodness freaking grief, we have like no time right now.
Somebody just, turned up the temperature of the plane, my territory.
It's probably because
Somebody
Oro
turned up
keeps
the
going off
thermostat.
tangent.
You think you're clever, don't you?
I am.
Let me answer your one little question.
Also, you'll answer the little question after I get my food real quick.
Alright,
It's here! Yay! Oka's
to
not
read the
gonna
other
starve, you guys!
Now to read the other things that people put in chat.
I
while
want you to do
Oka's
that. I'm gonna
gone.
shove another crab rangoon in my mouth.
Yeah, I'll entertain chat. He has domain expansion as expected. Oh god, it moved. As expected of Japan America's best prosecutor. But little does he know, I have the best domain expansion, the most efficient domain expansion in the world, frankly, in the world. What else? Now, if you want me to call you a good boy, you're gonna have to be a good boy. You had to please your President Edgeworth. I don't want to read the rest of that. I love how you just came off mute to say that.
I'll do what it takes. Just preserve the last shreds of my sanity and my dignity, bro.
That's a mood.
God. Let me fucking read it. Don't say it out loud because I don't need that much fucking brain damage. But let me
I don't
just
need
read it in
either,
my
and I'm
head.
gonna be the one saying it.
Oh my god, how the fuck did you type that shit out, bro?
Make sure you stay hydrated, eat and stretch. You are all worthy of happiness and love. That includes self-love and self-care. So don't forget to take care of yourself. You always got somebody rooting for you, and that person is me.
And me. And Oka.
And Oka when she
I'll
comes.
speak for Oka on this one. Oka also wants you to take care of yourself.
Yeah. I just started reading the Sunshine bot.
Yeah. You felt awful typing that one? Yeah, that one causes some
Yeah.
major psychic damage, dude. That's crazy. Okay, back to eating my rangoons.
All right. I'll see.
I'm here.
Oh, welcome back. I read most of what Chad typed.
I'm so
I
sorry.
didn't read the last part of the message Damien wrote. I was like, I'm not reading that. I'm stopping.
Let's calm down with the lines, just because as much as I love your lines, Oro, it is also adding so much time into this this really unfortunately difficult time evasion. So we'll see how far we get with this, okay?
It's fine. We've got like 2 seconds left.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Who says we can't do shit with 2 seconds?
I believe it.
I could do it in 2 seconds. Well, no, 2 seconds is a little too fast for me.
It's true. Extraterritoriality applies. Your laws mean nothing here. And what does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you are powerless. You have neither influence nor authority here.
So,
unlike
do you-
me.
I was gonna say, do you
absolute
understand?
influence and authority here?
I was gonna say, do you understand what he's trying to get at with this?
Because we're standing on the plane, we can't prosecute him.
Well, no, it's not because
No,
we are
because
standing on the
technically
plane.
Because the body is on the plane.
See, here's the thing. When did he get shot?
He got shot.
Oh, he got shot outside of the plane.
Yeah.
So the jurisdiction should be outside because the murder essentially got committed outside.
Yeah.
So why is he insistent that it happened inside?
Well, because that's where the other guy got shot.
Well,
They got shot. They got shot outside. The other guy had to have gotten shot outside.
Yeah,
because there was only 2 bullets.
Yeah, and it was only after they went in that all happened, that they were like, yeah, he took the hit.
Yeah. So that shouldn't theoretically matter, because it should have been outside, which would be outside of the jurisdiction. But he's insistent that he doesn't have jurisdiction. So where's the confusion here, you know? Anyways.
Interesting. So the extraterritoriality issue does have something to do with all of this. Huh. Let's dig a little deeper into the claim that the plane has sovereign territory, shall we?
More sovereign territory.
You are not a therapist, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a prosecutor.
Oh, thank God. The reset. Thank fucking God the reset happened.
This next move will surely decide the victor. He may be the president, but nobody is untouchable. I just have to find the right angle of attack.
Does that rule really apply here?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
No, it's this one first.
Oh, damn.
Because we don't know why it wouldn't apply here.
Surely you see that you've overplayed your hand.
Nobody asked for your opinion. You need only to obey me, nothing else. And quite frankly, I am a master at poker. I never... do you really... or buy my time?
Yeah, you really think I'll obey you?
No, it's by my time.
Damn.
As much as we
that
love...
sounds like a challenge. We probably shouldn't. You dare tell me how to govern, how to lead. You dare contradict me. I am one of the best, if not the best president.
On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt, yes I do.
No, she is guilty. She is the culprit. There's nothing left to debate.
Yes, of course she is the culprit. Because then she was outside. She was never on the plane.
No, we're not gonna admit that she's the
Damn.
culprit in this. It's by
Damn
my
it.
Okay.
Damn it. I'm gonna say that could have been your in.
Good thought, but you know, then they would just arrest her. That there's no other way about it.
Damn.
Who could have fired from outside the plane? There's no other viable suspect. They have to be outside the plane.
Fascinating.
They cannot be inside of the plane. They have to.
Always claiming that Miss Lloyd fired at him from outside the plane. This could be a vital clue. Does that rule really apply here?
Oh.
You believe that the extraterritoriality applies here, but can you prove it?
Do you even understand what you're asking? You're asking for me to step outside of the plane, and I already told you I will not be stepping outside of the plane. I do not feel safe outside of the plane.
Of course, if I didn't, I wouldn't ask it.
Have you no shame, calling into question the good word of one such as myself? I am only innocent. You know, no guilt here. I have nothing to be ashamed
I have
of?
nothing to be sure. Bide my time. Bide
Bide
my
my
time.
time.
Huh?
Okay.
Since this is tutorial, it is just to give you understanding. Biding your time will allow people to admit more things than they really anticipate. Only push when you are certain of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your own foolishness, you know? I thought you were a nice, respectful, college-bound man. But quite frankly, you're just
You
making a
don't
fool
need
of
to
yourself.
worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving.
I think you do, Mr. Edgewood, because you're the one who's defending Tabby
That would
Lloyd.
be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being wrongfully accused of this crime.
But you are the one defending her, ergo it applies to you too. Your chivalry is admirable, though. But it changes nothing, quite frankly. Quite frankly, the right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Zhang Fa. This plane is Zhang Fa.
Time to deploy my clue. She fired at you from outside the plane? I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presidential plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified. Now moan for me, Oro.
No. I have limits and I'm drawing the line there.
How quickly you responded just immediately. No.
No. How could I have bested by a mere prosecutor? But I am the president. The president. I am the smartest man on this planet.
Checkmate. Mind chess, checkmate. I trust you won't mind if we continue our investigation now, Mr. President.
Grr. I hereby officially and unreservedly confirm my approval.
Damn right.
Consider it a gesture of the magnanimity and generosity from which my good office is known. Consider this a favor from Zhang Fa. Yes, for without noble acts such as these, unmistakably and irrefutably, for which reason we hereby. There can be no other outcome, for our goals are lofty and our hearts. People of Zhengfa, I swear to you here and now, the investigation will in fact continue.
What could he have said? Okay, you got me.
Mr. Knight, if you would care to return the evidence.
Mr. Knight, please make sure to make a copy of the evidence so that we also have our own.
Take it.
Thank you. Knight.
Case evidence retrieved from Mr. Knight.
Yeah. Wait, Mr. Edgeworth.
We sure did. And now the investigation can continue.
Whatever. Enjoy your pocket full of pawns. I'll be over here enjoying how you put them into play.
Then you will definitely enjoy my next move. Mr. President, one more favor if you would be so kind.
What is it? I only have a very limited amount of time. I'm very busy man.
Could you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself?
Now you want me to testify?
You are the victim, so yes.
Whoa, that's your next move? If you want the president to testify, you'll have to take him to court.
All in good time, Mr. Knight. He will get his day in court soon enough.
It will be.
Is that a
first
threat?
rodeo.
Is that a threat? Points gone.
Now you're the one threatening me, dude. But if a person of interest refuses to cooperate at the investigative stage of the process, they're obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reasons for doing so.
That's...
What's the matter? Is there something you'd rather we didn't know?
Stand down, Knight, stand down. I'll do as the prosecutor asks. After all, I am a very innocent man. I have done nothing wrong.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Now listen, and listen well. I will only say this once.
Technically, you'll say this twice. President Wang's testimony.
Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. Where else would I be? The wonderful and amazing stage. Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped out in front of me. They did so bravely, so valiant. Very good bodyguards. Then bang! A shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Why there was a balloon, I have no idea. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane. Very brave, very wonderful soldiers. I do owe them my life and everything. And then, the second shot. I can't believe there was even two. The bullet went right through Rook and lodged itself into the bulletproof vest I was wearing. For shame, really.
I guess if you look at it in one way, the president is also a victim here.
Yes, the victim of an attempted assassination. Rook was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But that makes it even weirder. Why would the target of a crime try to obstruct the investigation?
My guess is that there's something behind all of this that he doesn't want made public.
A cover-up, huh? I knew there was more to this case than meets the eye.
And the president isn't the only one who knows the truth. Isn't that right, Mr. Knight? Time to get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Alrighty. We're gonna scoot on over here. Please say this line again.
Then bang!
A shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby.
But there were 2 shots.
Well, he did say the 2 shots. The thing is it's
Well,
not
but
the
the
2
first
shots.
one hit the steel samurai.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
plain, unblemished balloon of red? But that's the steel
that's
samurai.
not in the
Yeah.
description.
You say it was a plain red balloon that burst. But I strongly beg to differ.
But why? Red is only the most beautiful color there is.
Take a look at this. I think you'd agree that it's hardly plain, wouldn't you?
No. What? Who is that?
Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would have hoped you might recognize him. Especially if you were hoping to integrate yourself with the people of this country.
Yeah, you need to watch the Jammin' Ninja too. He's amazing.
So you see, the balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain. In fact, it was the Steel Samurai.
But the briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons. 2 plain red balloons. That was all there was supposed to be. I don't know where the Steel Samurai balloon was. And there they are, right on the security plan right there. You can see the circles, you know. Totally can interpret 2 red balloons.
They do look pretty plain, don't they? Just simple round balloons.
Knight, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Did you lie to me about the color of the balloons?
Yes, Mr. President. It seems the
I
steel.
can't believe you would lie to me.
I did lie to you. I'm sorry. It seems the steel samurai balloon was borrowed at the last minute, sir.
Borrowed.
By Mr. Harry Butts. That's what we were told. I guess they only reported the incident to us bodyguards, though. Seems there was a little trouble here on site last night. One of the original balloons burst somehow.
Can you stop playing chess in your mind? That would be very helpful. Thank you, Mr. Knight. You are a wonderful bodyguard, by the way. I do appreciate all the work you do.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So they swapped it in as an emergency replacement.
Yeah, and one of the stall holders happened to have it. From what I heard, he was more than willing to lend it out. A very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, they said.
Happy-go-lucky stall holder with a Steel Samurai balloon to spare. Huh.
Yep, his name was Harry Butts. They filled just the bottom part with air to make it look like the other ornamental balloons.
Interesting.
He
So
was
while
bottom
it was a
heavy.
Steel Samurai balloon, it was made to look like a plain red one from above. Is that the long and short of it?
Knight, why was I not informed of this? I thought it was just a simple red balloon.
Sorry, sir. We didn't think it was a pressing issue.
I can't believe you would think this was not a pressing issue. You all know how I feel about the Steel Samurai being drowned. I love the guy. A wonderful guy. A very wonderful samurai.
And
I'm about to
indeed, you
lose my-
saw it and knew no different, correct?
I'm about to lose my sanity over Oro's, like...
I know.
Oro. Okay,
You're
let's
lucky my fork is plastic, Oro.
What? Let's not threaten people in my stream either, but... I think let's tone it down with the extra ad-libs because I think it is actually...
Alright.
It's
Fair
actually way too good, and it's kind of
Fair enough.
concerning me.
Yes, I suppose so.
Could he really have mistaken the Steel Samurai's pants for plain red balloon?
Oh, those didn't look like pants to me. That looked like kind of like a ball.
Oh my god, his balls out on full display.
Oh my
tonight.
God.
What the-
Yo!
Still, Mr. President, I struggle to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different about the balloon.
Of course.
Well, what's that outburst for?
Now I remember. I could barely see the balloon.
You couldn't see it.
That's right. The wind was blowing too hard. The flags on the side of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view.
Is that so?
Yes, those two flags. They were being blown back towards me.
So I'm not good at math, but those don't line up. Or if they do, it'd have to be like a very weird angle.
It would have been a strong wind blowing right around at the time of the incident. Strong enough to blow the flags in just such a fashion. Does that conflict in any way with our understanding of the case?
It does.
It does. Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction.
It has.
Yes. A contradiction that could turn this entire case on its head. When I arrived on the scene, the wind had died down and the flags were resting calmly for the most part. But if the wind had previously been blowing the flags as the president describes, a certain piece of evidence suddenly takes on a very different meaning. Which piece of evidence contradicts the stated conditions of the stage at the time of the incident?
The bullet hole through the flag.
Well,
Or is it that one diagram?
through the hole in
diagram.
the actual. Huh? I was gonna say the hole in the actual Steel Samurai, isn't it? Because then, how would it have fucking shot the Steel Samurai balloon?
Because we can see it in the bullet trajectory. Because we could see it, that it hits the Steel
Yeah.
Samurai balloon and the
That-
flag.
Yeah.
Diagram.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So we know that the flags were blowing downwards, not upwards. So he definitely could see the balloon here. You see?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right mindset though. Right mindset.
Yeah. Same brain, just bad evidence.
Same brain cell.
Well, I mean, both of them honestly should have been able to work, but I understand the logic behind why we needed to use the map.
Yeah. Earlier, we deduced that the bullet had struck the Steel Samurai balloon. And the bullet that passed through the flag were one and the same. From these two things, we further deduced the trajectory of the bullet must have taken. And we concluded that our shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator arena. But if the flags were blowing as the president describes, our conclusion becomes quite different.
Oh, wait. The flags were pointed in the other direction.
Exactly. Our trajectory changes completely. And if we trace that trajectory back to its source, we can ascertain who really fired that shot.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. That would mean...
Yes, I know. We may not yet understand the reason why, but it can only have been one person who did it.
Do you get it?
Yeah, it's Knight. Knight shot it.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the guy with the gun? Like,
Shooting it willy-nilly. Say the line.
Who does the bullet's new trajectory implicate as the one that fired the shot?
Take that!
The person who fired that shot was none other than you, Mr. Knight.
What?
The path from the balloon back through the flag leads directly to the spot where you were standing.
Bullet trajectory data updated. Extrapolations from bullet trajectory suggest that Knight fired the shots that popped the balloon.
Extrapolation.
but the guy's one of the president's bodyguards. Why the heck would he go around shooting balloons?
This is absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply? That Mr. Knight, a man who has saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin. Are you saying this was an inside job?
Seriously, Edgeworth, we put up with a lot from you, but this? We're President Wang's bodyguards. We're the pieces put on the board to protect the king.
I'll handle this, Knight. Don't worry.
Sorry, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech. But the wind can pick up and die anyway in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof. Proof of that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during that crucial moment.
The first shot was fired right around the time the president raised his fist. I have a piece of evidence that shows just that. Oh, the photo that Kay took?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it can also show us what was happening with the flag then, too.
Because you could see...
Yeah, if it was blowing backwards, you would see.
Take that!
Your proof is in this picture right here.
This should be good. Which picture? Where?
There it is, we can see the flag.
Mm-hmm.
You can see which way the flag was really blowing right here.
Take that!
Well, do you deny that it clearly shows the flag? There we have it. Proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting.
So that means our pal over there did shoot the balloon.
Making him the assassin?
Mr. Knight is the assassin.
I want to say it's not. I want to feel like he's the diversion for the quote-unquote assassin.
Knight is not the assassin.
Oh, because he was shooting in a different direction. Technically. So there's no way he would have shot in a way that would have hit Rook and then subsequently the bulletproof vest. So technically he's not, because there were two. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of him entirely. Therefore, he can't have been aiming at his boss.
Yeah, besides, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point? And watch how you answer, or I might aim for something else next.
There was a point, I'm sure of it. If I can figure out what it was, perhaps I can finally put this whole conundrum to rest. Knight definitely shot the balloon. That fact alone changes everything about the case. Knight's position and that he shot the balloon.
Boom.
Why did Knight's assigned position change?
I told you I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. Stage.
But is that really the only reason? Let us suppose that the plan hadn't changed. That Knight had remained posted on the left. Given that he was unable to turn his head to the right, would he even been able to shoot the balloon closest to him? Could it be the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? And if we suppose that to be the case, the two plans are different. Is the security detail reorganized at some point?
Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders.
That's right. The president was the one who ordered the change. An assassination attempt and the change of plans.
Oh my god, look at us. We're so big. We're so big brain.
If I'm reading things right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shooting. Which means he must have had foreknowledge that he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. And if that's true, then everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did the shooter get a gun past such heavy security? And why would they then carry out the shooting wearing such a conspicuous item of clothing? Oh my fucking god, I called it. Oh my fucking god, I called it. Oh my god, I called it. He pulled a Trump. He did.
No, I know, but just the way you said it.
Why use a laser sight that would give away their location in an instant? And how did the president suffer no injuries at all despite a direct hit to his vest? These are the questions that Knight and the president don't want us to consider. There's only one possible reason for Mr. Knight to have fired his gun.
Which we will find out after the ad break. I don't know how I feel about it being called he pulled a Trump. I get it, but I don't know if we want to say that that's pulling a Trump. I don't know if that's the right terminology.
I mean...
If the shoe fits.
He faked it. You can say what you want, he faked it.
Indy, you are incredible in regards to how much your Edgeworth brain is coming in. Like, it really is. You're right on the money.
So fucking wild, dude. Well, it doesn't make sense that if somebody had the fucking gun with a laser sight pointed directly at his forehead, how the fuck are they gonna miss?
Exactly.
When they're that close.
Exactly. Why? How would it have?
Unless it was intentional.
To crawl on top of a building.
Technically, Trump pulled up President Wang.
Yeah, when did this
yeah.
come out? When did this originally come out? Do they
This
take
came
some
out
notes?
way long ago. Way
Oh
long
my
ago.
god, that's right, because this is technically a reboot of it. So,
Mhm.
oh my god.
You're so real, Freeman. I think. So, one of the other things that doesn't make sense, right, is like how exactly did the bullet like hit? What the fuck happened to my ad break thingy? Hello? Oh. Hey yo. Okay, there we go. What do you mean the ad break ended?
No,
That-
I'm definitely
oh,
still
okay.
watching the ad break.
I know my ad break counter is running
Broken.
amok, but I could see it on my Twitch chat at least. But anyways, and also my little ad bar at the top. But it doesn't make sense, like, yeah, not to mention besides the red laser, right? Even after the gun was shot through the balloon, right? Like when they were leaving, how did it go through Rook and then go into the essentially the belly of Wang?
Yeah,
Right?
it makes no sense.
Not like that angle doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm not
None
good
of
at
it.
math, but the angle's not lining up.
Yeah, and also even if you get you have a bulletproof vest, you would still be like shaken up or anything. He's just aggressive. He's acting like nothing happened. So yeah, that's an interesting tidbit. But did you ever expect that this was gonna be the path that it would go?
I mean, I was joking, but and then like as we got further along, like I joked about it, I didn't think it was gonna actually happen. But then as it kept going further and further, and we kept getting more and more evidence, I was like, I'm in danger.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Also, how is your food, Indy?
it was so yummy. I still have some crab rangoons and some General So's left. I'll probably finish the crab rangoons after stream, and then I'll
Real.
save the General So's for later.
Real. I thought for a while that Knight wanted to kill Rook to get the top position in the Prez of security.
No, it's probably what fucking happened is Rook was probably like, I don't think we should pretend to have an assassin come after you. And they're like, how the fuck would you ever defy him? For that, you must pay with your life in order to keep the secret. Probably.
So you think that Rook didn't know at all about this
No,
plan?
I think Rook probably didn't like the plan and didn't want to participate in the plan. And then had to get silent so he wouldn't spill it. Because, I mean, if you think about the reason why he's doing this, it's probably for some sort of political gain, right? Faking the assassination attempt to probably boost your numbers or something.
I wonder who would do that.
Yeah, no clue who could possibly do that, right? God, I refreshed Twitter and there's Donald Trump on my fucking Twitter, dude.
Oh no, I'm listening! Listening
You
to
can hear
us.
me, dude. But like, no, you have to think about it in like the perspective of, okay, if he is committing the assassination attempt, what is he gaining out of committing this fake assassination attempt? It's obviously he probably has low polling numbers and he wants to boost it up. He wants to make himself more memorable, to seem like he's doing way more than he actually is in order to get the approval of the people, right? Because it's all about trying to get the approval of the people. Okay, well, why is one of them dead now? So it has to be a situation of there's some sort of internal conflict, right? Because otherwise there would be no need for him to be dead if they weren't going to kill Knight as well, right? If they killed Rook but they didn't kill Knight, that means that there was some sort of difference, some sort of, you know, clash between the two of them, which makes me think it was probably like, maybe he didn't agree with it. I don't know. Maybe he had like morals. I know I accidentally summoned him. To create the illusion of an assassination attempt.
Oh.
Idiot. You do understand what you're saying, right?
Fake
Oh,
news.
I understand all too well. I understand everything now. Most of all, I understand why you were so keen to take this investigation off my hands, Mr. President. You wanted your real plans to remain hidden.
How dare you speak of me that way? Is this some sort of sick joke?
Oh, it's no joke, I assure you. It is simply the truth as revealed by the careful application of logic and reasoning. Nothing more. The first shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting that balloon. The sound of gunfire and the bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then, he fired again.
He did?
Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression that the president had been hit.
So then, what's the deal with the one in the vest?
It's probably already in the vest. They probably shot it fucking last night in the plane before they got here. I'm willing to bet that the bullet was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred. Yeah, exactly.
Fake news, fake news.
So Mr. Heroic President didn't take a bullet after all.
Oh, that's not true. I was shot, I tell you. Shot. Truly tragic.
We'll be able to verify that for ourselves once we take a closer look at the bullet. At
That's
the
why
very
they're like-
least, we can expect to find traces of Mr. Rook's blood on it, correct?
That's also why they were like, oh, well, it's flat now, so you're never gonna get the markings.
Yeah.
No. But you said it yourself. You found the shooter in a photograph. The person with the red hood.
Objection!
I thought I made myself clear. The trajectory to only one possible shooter, Mr. Knight.
Where does Tabby fit into all this?
She was simply
simply
one part of their plan.
My bad.
She was simply one part of their plan. In order to place a suspicion elsewhere, they set about in creating a fake assassin. For a second, I thought I had misread and started reading your line whenever you were reading your.
I know, and then I was like, that's not my line.
The highly suspicious person with the red hood.
I have yet to ascertain exactly how complicit Miss Lloyd was in the whole scheme. But I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president.
That's right. Then I was...
Tasked with turning your jacket inside out the moment the crowd flew into a panic. Yes. Thus making the mysterious red-hooded shooter disappear in the blink of an eye. Then, when the gun and the security plan were later found in the trash can, it would have all appeared that they've been the work of an assassin so skilled they can vanish into thin air. But if they were that skilled, they would have fucking killed him. Like...
But then the case would have gone cold. It might need a jacket.
Exactly what our friend here was hoping for.
It makes sense now why they wanted you to off the case.
Indeed. Because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself.
No.
He just deflated.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god?
No. No. I
The dejected sound is so funny.
The presidential mask has well and truly slipped. Admit it. The entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it?
If that stupid chief prosecutor hadn't insisted on assigning you. How could I let this happen?
Objection!
I didn't let it happen.
Objection. That's enough, Edgeworth.
Mr. Knight.
Can't you see he's an old feeble man? Leave him alone.
Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now.
Let's just reload this. Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as a knight and protecting my king.
Bro, he wasted so many good bullets, though. Okay, dude, chill.
Bang. So go ahead. Keep running your mouth.
I'd like to think that it's like when he's doing all those fancy gun tricks, Edgeworth just brings out his own and just shoots him in the middle of it. Like, okay.
Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to threatening each other with words?
He wouldn't. Would he?
Nah, I don't need this thing to shut you up. Alright, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands?
An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. You had a certain something that allowed you to conceal your actions. Your weird-ass fucking briefcase.
A certain something, huh? Mighty specific.
What did Knight use to hide his actions from the crowd? His
Yeah,
weird-ass
you're right.
briefcase.
Take that!
Bulletproof briefcase. My attache... Is it attache?
Yeah,
Attaché.
attaché.
My attache case. Also, good night, Damien.
Yes. Take a look at Kay's photograph.
Look at this
Look at this
photograph.
I will admit, every time I look at this photograph, it does in fact make me laugh.
Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. At this very moment the picture that was taken, you were firing your gun. And in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
Objection. You don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? Shame you don't seem to have noticed.
Noticed what?
The theories are all you have. Conjectures, nothing more. The flag was billowing in the wind at precisely the right moment, huh? I hit my gun with my attaché case, huh? We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all just speculation. Circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it.
Ugh.
If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You're gonna go dredge it up?
I hate to say it, but he's right. I don't have anything concrete.
Huh, I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth.
Hold it.
Hold
Oh,
it!
no, that's coming.
Miss Lloyd.
I don't like this. I...
Of course. She could set some light on this whole situation. I just need to get her to talk.
What's the matter? What, something you want to say, Miss Journalist? No, never mind. That's what I thought. Yes, I'm threatening her.
Miss Lloyd. I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever.
And you want the truth more than anything because you're a journalist. Yeah.
You are a journalist after all, are you not?
My life's on the line, Mr. Edgeworth. Dang it, I can't stay quiet any longer. I'm a journalist through and through. Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? I'd think carefully before opening that mouth of yours. I was so focused on bagging a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. Ain't no dang scoop if it ain't the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have shown you this before.
What is it? It's a laser pointer, baby boy.
It's the laser pointer I used on the president. I'll turn it on, see? Points at his forehead. But that's all I done. I never shot anybody. I never shot nobody. You stupid. I thought I told you, you squeal and you go down as an accomplice. It was him. He told me to do it. I was at Shangfa's embassy sniffing out a story like I told you. This was 3 days back. He comes up to me out of the blue and starts talking. Help me out and I'll get you an exclusive access to the president. That kind of stuff.
But what about the gun in the trash can?
That I don't know nothing about. I swear it. All he told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and to point their pointer at the president. I never thought for a minute it'd blow up in my face. So bad. I'm sorry. Truly, I am.
Thank you, Miss Lloyd. I'd like you to testify to that effect when this goes on trial. It ought to go a long way towards proving the assassination was a sham.
What's wrong with you people? Don't any of you know what's good for you?
My sympathies, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from this case as you intended, perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet.
Yeah, let's just take a moment to enjoy that for a second.
That face.
Almost shot himself. Ugh!
Jesus.
So let me get this straight. You told Tabby if you let slip about our fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder. Or something like that.
Ricocheted off his forehead. Bulletproof forehead.
Of all the dirty.
I said no such thing.
Hold it.
President Wang?
Give it up, Knight. It's time we keep clean. It's our only choice, take the honorable route.
So, Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt.
I do. I'm sorry.
Man. That's my president admitting his faults.
Damn.
Alternate timeline. Who?
Alternate timeline.
Hey, you do something like that.
There you go.
My popularity has been on the wane back home.
I know Indy's just kicking his feet like I fucking called it all.
I could
He's
sniff
kicking his
it
feet
this
and
whole
giggling like a
damn
little
time.
schoolgirl.
I could smell it on him.
I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed. I know what I did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies. All of it.
I mean, realistically, even if the timeline here was also this exact same thing, nothing would change, unfortunately.
And the bullet in the vest?
It was planted ahead of time. It wasn't hit by anything today.
Bulletproof vest data updated. A prop used in the staged assassination attempt, the flattened bullet was also planted ahead of time.
And what's up with the killer?
Our plan got out somehow. Fake news. And then he just appeared, hell-bent on turning our fake assassination into a real one. I can't believe it myself.
Hence the red raincoat, I suppose. He'd hoped to get in close enough to the fake assassin to finish the job.
When did my Mario Kart start downloading data?
LadyOka Switch
Oh
has
my God,
successfully
so scary.
updated and downloaded Mario Kart 8. Update data. Not the
Update
game, but update data.
Nutters.
Nutters. There is one thing I don't understand, though.
Oh, and what would that be?
Why did Rook have to die? He was a great bodyguard, really great. Loved him. Wonderful guy. Why did he have to die? If the whole thing was fake, how did he wind up getting killed for real? I thought the bullets were fake.
That's true. And therein lies the real question.
He was a fine bodyguard. The best, in fact.
You don't even need to write any more lines, it's just there.
He may have been a native of Zhengfa. He may not have been a native of Zhengfa, but he was someone I could fully trust.
Mr. Rookman must have been really something to gain the trust of someone who would hide from his own shadow.
Sounds like he was a trustworthy to the president as I am to you, huh, sir?
I believe that's for me to say, Detective, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too then, correct?
He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really.
Oh, maybe I was wrong about this part.
I tried to involve him, but he refused.
Oh, wait. And you would have done well to listen to him.
It's just a tragedy. Life of a good man has been wasted. Wasted, I tell you.
What was so great about him anyway?
What's gotten into him?
He was just another piece on the board, there to protect you. Nothing more.
Mr. Knight, how could you? He was one of the best, not a native of Zhengfa, but one of the best.
Who was it that actually went along with your plan, huh, Mr. President? While that pious coward backed down when you needed him to step up the most.
I value your support too, of course, but...
Look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. And now that spineless fool Rook is gone, things are gonna change around here. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grand master, rightful leader of this team.
I can't believe both of Indy's theories were correct. You know, we all thought it was fake in the beginning, but this doesn't just seem a little imprudent to you?
Why? My plan this time was perfect, as they always are, and as they always will be.
Brother, we just caught you. That's quite a statement, considering you just failed right now. Especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure.
Indy really is Edgeworth embodied. Yeah, no thanks to you and that buffoon Rook.
And how exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault?
If he hadn't died, the killer would have never came after me. And I wouldn't have had to let you on this plane.
Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that.
Fine.
Inside voice, please.
The guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's just what he always wanted.
But did he die protecting the president?
Wait, I thought the whole assassination thing was a fake.
Oh, come on. Do I have to say everything twice? We planned a fake assassination, but someone else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth. One of them was a bullet I shot through the balloon. The second? That wasn't me.
Oh, really? Then who did fire it?
The real assassin, but not the killer. His plan was to come after the president with a knife. No, the most likely suspect here is the piece cowering quietly in the corner. Our lily white queen over there. What?
Miss Lloyd?
Again with this, I'm not your danged assassin. But is that really true? I, for one, don't believe it. The gun in the trash can can only belong to you.
No, because it's
Let's
Genpa
fight.
property.
Yeah, it's a special.
Special gun you can only get
Unless
from
he's gonna
Genpa.
admit that he gave her a gun for this fake.
But it wouldn't make any sense considering she had the laser pointer. And
Also
the whole
true.
thing that they had planned was that she was just gonna point the laser. So why the fuck would he give her a gun?
Also true.
That would like actually potentially endanger the president.
Also true. Knight's Gambit. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back into the plane. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Miss Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can.
So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you?
The knight doesn't protect the rook, Edgeworth. He protects the king.
You want to translate?
He means that his only concern was protecting the president.
Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess?
I don't know anything about chess. I only know
Yeah.
checkers.
Yeah, I mean, the queen is the most powerful piece because it can move anywhere on the board, like in any different type of direction, basically. But if you take the other person's king, that's when you win the game. That's what check and checkmate are, is you basically cornering their king.
Yep.
And check means you've cornered them, but they could still potentially escape. And then checkmate means that you got them. There is no escape.
Yep. Check is pretty much like this is
Check
a
is like,
step
you better
before.
move or
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking kill you.
Yeah, it's literally like saying it just one step before actually doing a checkmate. They can potentially escape, but you would just continue moving towards them, saying check, 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 until they have no more room or
Slowly
space.
approaching.
Check. Yeah, no,
Check.
literally.
Check.
But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed.
Doesn't matter. It's still a victory for me. I kept the president safe. I win.
Well, it's a bit early to be calling our little match in any case, for this is where our battle really begins.
Let's Gambit. Bum, 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 bada, bum, 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 bada, bum, 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 bum. I gotta go. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. Well, guess what? That's still wrong because this literally spent 2 bullets.
Objection!
you contend that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook? Are you sure about that?
Yes, sure, I'm sure.
Well, what you've proposed would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard. The gun from the trash can itself has also been fired twice.
Huh.
Now, why would the supposed number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple. Because it was planted. Planted by the real perpetrator of the crime.
Somebody faked the evidence?
Yes. And if you think about it, their reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator area. And in order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from this one weapon.
I get it. So that's why it's got 2 spent rounds, huh?
Precisely. And we have already proven the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon. Oh God, Oka.
I'm not wrong.
True. Which makes it entirely possible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either.
Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. But why don't you get to the point? You've come this far. Spit it out.
Oh, I intend to. Don't worry. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was it not also him? Yeah,
Yep.
I feel like that's pretty
It was
obvious.
Rook himself.
You, Mr. Knight. You're the one who murdered Mr. Rook.
Ooh, finally got up the courage to say it, huh?
Surely not. Surely you wouldn't have. One of my best men. Not native of Zhangfa, but one of my best men.
It wasn't only De Killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook, hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. But the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed. It was just you and Mr. Rook alone, together. And that's when the third bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Bang.
Objection!
Objection. Wait, you're really gonna claim there's a third one now? I just said only 2 gunshots were heard. Wanna tell me how that works?
Yeah, this one was shot inside the fucking plane. That's why there's glass broken with that little fucking teddy bear and one of the monitors is out. Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from outside. Not even gunfire.
Wasn't the president right next door?
Very true. Which means he may have heard the shot himself. Well, Mr. President?
I didn't hear anything.
But you observe this room through your security feed, can you not?
The camera in this room isn't normally on. Security reasons, I assure you. I have to manually switch it on and off whenever I enter the safe room.
And That's what you did this time, too, right?
Well, that's,
Would be too easy.
that is...
It's gotten into him.
It's what the kids call oopsie poopsie.
Mr. President, this is vitally important. No oopsie poopsies here.
Well,
Please, President Wang.
fine. I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears. Loud noises. I don't like loud noises.
Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't real?
Yes, because I hate the sound of guns. Really loud, really loud.
He's so real.
Just the slightest hint of that awful noise and... Oh, it's just too much, too much.
Ooh, that there's sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish.
Ahem. Mr. Knight, you saw that President Wang was cowering beneath the bed.
The president's called President Oro now, Freeman?
Oh god. I mean, I don't like loud noises either, so.
Same.
And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on. Which means that you knew the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the third shot straight at Mr. Rook.
Knight? How could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly?
You think I killed the old half-wit? You don't trust me that, or you don't trust me much, huh? This is the thanks This is the thanks I get for putting my life on the line for you day after day.
Well, you signed up for it. I want to believe you, but, and this is a big but.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to doubt here? What? You don't believe that the girl over there could have done it?
No.
No, because this gun isn't the murder weapon. We know this from the number of bullets fired.
Yeah? Well, how do you know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start?
What?
Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday or the day before. Then today another bullet. The bullet that hit Rook.
Only Boo Boo the Fool would go out and not reload their gun. Just saying.
That's pure speculation, pal, and you know it.
Maybe. But can you prove it's not true?
Not with any certainty, no.
You're nothing without conclusive proof. So come on. A single piece of evidence straight through my heart. I dare you. Well, what are you waiting for?
Ugh.
There must be something. Isn't there, Mr. Edgeworth? If we can't prove it, tabbies.
Please, Ruffles. I messed up. I know I did. I should have never have done what I did. Not even for a scoop. But murder? Nah, that ain't me. Ain't a murderous bone in my body.
Conclusive proof. If only I could prove that Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Wait, perhaps I can.
It's literally the same gun.
No, the thing is the ballistic markers.
Oh.
It's like the thing
Oh,
is that they're
yeah.
both the
I
same
forgot we
gun,
were talking
right?
about that.
So there's no difference on who could have
But the
possibly killed it.
Yeah, but the bullets have their own little marker on it, but it's
Yes.
flattened.
Well, no, the fake one that's on the vest is flattened. We don't know where the bullet is currently that hit Rook.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously near the fucking doll and like the computer monitor thing.
Yeah, but we
If I had
just
to
don't
guess.
currently have that information. Or
Well,
that
it's just
brain
because I'm
cell.
too big brain.
Yeah, no, you're literally too big brain. But the thing is that because they're the same gun, there's no difference in accusing him than accusing her. Like it's probable that it could be either or. They don't have evidence that they don't have current evidence that it couldn't be her. You know. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have had a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. If we had... Oh, wait, sorry, that's you.
If we had the bullet that killed Mr. Rook,
Bang!
forensics could tell us which gun it was fired from.
No proof, no case. End of conversation.
Objection!
Hold it right there.
What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof.
Of course I do.
This ought to be good. All right, bring it on. Show me this proof of yours.
The bullet that killed Mr. Rook is the key to ending our little game. Very well. My conclusive evidence is not in my possession.
Yep.
Not currently in my possession.
All right then, thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over.
However, it is here in this room.
What? Stop making me shoot myself.
As we know, the bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end its journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back to an earlier conversation. After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest.
He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse.
But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. A vest that was prepared in advance, made to look as if it were hit by a bullet. Which begs the question, where is the real bullet?
I like it. A twist. This is good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on then, don't keep us in suspense.
Does any of the evidence point to where the bullet that killed Mr. Rook might have ended up? Yeah,
do we
it's the
have
plushie with the shards of glass.
Oh, because the bullet hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that like an hour
I'm a
ago,
little
Oro.
slow. Give me a minute.
There's
Oro's
something
the
very
big
clearly
day.
missing
Oro's
from
E
the
this
big
room.
EP.
It's okay.
It's been a long day. The
He's
horse
a
persists, but so do I.
At least Oro gets a little bit of a break from talking here.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, a prosecutor with some common sense.
Take a look at the bank of security monitors.
Oh.
I see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing views from all around this airplane, inside and out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. And that's because one of the monitors is missing. There was a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President?
There was. I have no idea what my plushie is doing there now, though. His name's Bartholomew.
No. It appears to be someone's vain attempt to hide what's obviously lacking. But where did it go and why? The why is easy enough to answer. Because it was struck by a bullet. For if we were to believe that the bullet in the vest was the real deal, then anything that hinted at the existence of another bullet had to be removed.
So, where did the missing monitor go?
Where indeed? I believe that it must be hidden somewhere on this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside of the aircraft. Detective Gumshoe, conduct a search if you would.
Right away, sir.
Mr. President, extraterritoriality, remember?
I have no objections to the search. Please, go ahead.
Damn.
If it will help us discover the truth behind what happened to Brooke, I will not stand in your way.
Reminder, he was going to let the killer kill him. He does not care about Knight.
Yeah.
What are you? I don't believe this! Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anyone else. Rook was the
Oh my god, we're
lover.
Rook and Wang lovers.
Oh my god.
And then Shelly the killer tried to come in between the two of them. It was a forbidden love triangle. The search has been authorized, detective, if you wouldn't mind.
Sir, I found the monitor. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck are these guys?
The security that came with the president outside of
Yeah.
I
Again,
forgot
the
about
security
them.
guard.
It's kind of hard to remember them.
They
They're
are
easily
very
forgettable.
identical. Yeah. Excellent work. Now go ahead and extract the bullet.
Let's say if I put my head in here and just come on,
Gumshoe,
come
that
on,
is broken
come
shards of
on.
glass, brother. Don't
Got
stick your
it.
hand in there. Well,
It's
would
got
you
my
look at that?
fingerprints on it now too.
Hold on. Oh my god.
Did I do a good job, Mr. Edgeworth?
Can you say this line? Can you say this line again?
Well, would you look at that? Blood.
And my fingerprints.
This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it.
Bloody bullet, data jotted down. Found inside a security monitor. This seems to be the bullet that killed Rook.
And there you have it, Mr. Knight. The single piece of evidence you requested, straight through your heart. Even you must now admit if this bullet didn't come from the Spectator Arena gun. Then Miss Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. What, no pithy comeback? Detectives have forensics analyze the bullet for striations and compare them to the gun we found.
Yes, sir. We'll get the evidence you need. You can count on it.
All right, let's hear what forensics has to say.
I was gonna say, Indy, do you want to do this since you've only had Edgeworth this entire time?
Sure. Our findings are as follows, sir. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed that of the victim, proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun, probably from when I handed all the evidence over to him. Now for the key part, the striations. If they're not a match, then Miss Lloyd is in the clear. Lastly, the striations on the bullet are a match with this weapon.
Da, da, da.
What? But how could that be?
No way!
Aw, come on!
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it, sir. This gun that fired the bullet. I can't read anymore.
It's okay.
No.
We're
I'm
almost
losing
done.
my literacy.
We're almost done.
Oh.
Well, isn't that something? Conclusive proof that I was right. Click, click. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed into a corner, did you? Guess you misread the board. Because the only one backed into a corner here is you! Give me 1 second. I'm going to look real quick to see how long of this episode, or this case there is. Episode. Brain off. So we should be nearing its end. But like, what are we at here? We got like 20 minutes. Do you want to, because it's 8, do we want to try and force our way push through this, or do you want to do this next week?
It's up to Oro.
We can finish it tonight.
Bet. Speed running. Nice
Speed run.
Walk
There's
in.
there's no denying it. Unfortunately, I'm fairly certain there is going to be an ad break very soon, so that's the only problem. There's no denying it. Forensics prove that the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. So who pulled the trigger? It can't have been me. I was up on stage, which leaves your little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer, and you just proved it.
But that's the case, how the fuck is the bullet in the monitor?
He's just gonna probably argue a really stupid thing of like she shot him like while he was in the doorway and then it like hit the monitor, bounced off kind of thing. Whatever.
Nah.
It doesn't. In the end, he doesn't need to prove anything anymore because it was her gun, so he doesn't need to do it. Your move, Edgeworth. But just remember 2 things. 1, where you found that gun, and 2, which gun the fatal bullet came from. Whichever way you look at it, I can't have been the shooter.
How did it come to this?
Me and the president, we admitted to faking the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something. Who the killer really is.
There's no way Tabby did it. Is there?
Don't let him get to you, Kay. We just need to go over his statements again.
Good night, Freeman.
There must be something further we can deduce from them.
Okay, let's do this, Mr. Hedgeworth.
Knight's counter. There's no denying it. Forensics prove that the gun and the bullet are a match.
Hold it!
No, that's...
Objection!
Objection. What was it you said? That forensics would back you up? How does it feel to be shot in the chest by your own conclusive proof, huh? That's not so good, I imagine.
The bullet and the gun are a match, Mr. Edgeworth. kinda has to mean that Tabby pulled the trigger, no?
Even so, I simply cannot accept that.
But sir, there's no denying the evidence.
There isn't. So what am I missing? If I assume Miss Lloyd to be innocent, then the gun and the bullet shouldn't be a match. What is it, Kay?
I was just thinking, if the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, then maybe there's something wrong with it.
Maybe he swapped out and got a new gun, and that gun was actually his gun that he disposed of?
And he's claiming it was Rook's, but since Rook is dead, he can't testify.
But didn't we find the gun in the trash can before Knight even came out of the airplane? So how would it have gotten there first, you know?
He threw it in, or I guess he threw it in the trash before everything, and then he's like, oh yeah, nobody will find it until they need it.
Oops,
And
they
then like
found it.
everybody failed and threw trash and then it's like, oh no, there was a gun in the trash that totally wasn't planted at the very beginning of this event.
I'm trying to think about how it would be feasible. Because we have to assume the fact that he did it, we have to assume the fact that it had to have happened in the plane, because that's the only way that it would make sense for the bullet to hit. Which means, the question is, how did the gun get in the trash can if that is the case?
I think it's more... I think the argument can be made, if the guns had to be swapped, when did the guns switch?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of.
We'll find it.
Okay. Well, there's no way Tabby did this, right? So if the evidence says that she did, then the problem must lie there.
You seem very sure about this.
Call it my great thieves' intuition.
Intuition, huh? Still, she could be right. I simply don't believe Miss Lloyd to be a malicious liar, which means... As somebody who believes that evidence is everything in court, the irony is not lost on me, but... If I were to call a piece of evidence into question, it would have to be... the...
Would you like for me to choose it?
The bullet?
Final
Or no,
answer?
the gun. The gun.
The gun. Yes. The gun is the thing that is currently inconsistent here.
Yeah. If something untoward is going on here, it would have to involve the weapon, not the bullet. After all, we only just recovered the bullet a little while ago. Furthermore, we know that Mr. Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun. When we confiscated all the evidence, he made the switcheroo when he gave it back to us.
There you go.
That's how he did it! Oh, okay.
Now, hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from this plane. Plane.
I'd do as he says if I were you, Edgeworth.
This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Indeed, he had ample opportunity.
While we were in our mind palace literally fighting the president, he swapped the goddamn guns!
There's no doubt that this gun is the weapon that was used in the crime. Which means it must belong to... Knight.
Take that!
The gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. That has to be it!
Mr. Knight's revolver data jotted down. Switch for the one found in the spectator area. Bullet markings match those of the bullet fired in the incident. We will pause for 3 minutes because of the ad break. But you are right on the money, Indy.
I knew it. I could smell it. I could smell it.
Now, how do we prove that it was swapped? We can say that it was swapped. That doesn't mean we can prove it.
Well, we have the fingerprints. It had to be fingerprints, right? Those fingerprints would be all over. It'd be all over everything.
Yeah, I would genuinely say fingerprints. Whose fingerprints?
Because they did mention in the statement that his fingerprints were found on the gun, which, yes, he did hold on to it, which would explain why their fingerprints are on the outside. But maybe if we consider, I mean, wouldn't the bullets also have the fingerprints too? So if we find his fingerprint on the bullet,
yes, I believe so. So if we see that that his fingerprints are on the bullets, that will be our conclusive evidence.
Yeah.
Letters. Also, so we have Detective Prosecutor Indy, President Oro, and Oka the all-knowing goddess.
True.
I was gonna say, Oro has lost detective duties to Indy right now. Valiantly though.
I've never had detective duties. I've just been here.
You're just gumshoe.
I've been here.
Oro's job is to look cute, and you do such a good job at it.
Be Edrin's partner.
Oh yeah. Me poking fingers. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
God.
Is Oro really Indy's partner in crime or partner in love?
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Poke's fingers.
That's why we love Oro and we need to give her head pass. That's so true.
Very true. Very important. Very
necessary.
important. It's how we keep going forward, keep moving forward, you know?
That's how I keep pushing through the horrors.
The horrors still persist, yet so do I.
With the help of head pats.
And also Crab Rangoon.
And crab rangoon.
And Crab Rangoon.
Yum.
Crab Rangoons can fix me.
For real. I also find it hilarious how, like, a couple nights ago I had crab rangoons and I'm like, yum.
They're so good, dude.
They are.
They're so good. Dude, whoever invented Crab Rangoon needs their sucked.
Crazy line, crazy statement. Let's keep
It's
going.
real. It's true.
The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. Wait, which one? Oh.
Objection!
Nuh-uh.
Gun?
Admit it. You switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings match with the weapon in question. It was yours all along.
Heh. An intriguing move there, Edgeworth. And
You must have made the switch when I handed over the evidence. Well, I was busy trying to make the case for remaining on the investigation. You took the laser sight from the gun we found in the trash can. And put it in your own. Then, not long afterwards, you handed that gun back to me instead of the one we found.
I did, huh? You think I somehow knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on the bullets sometime in the future?
Is that so strange? You're a chess player after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead.
Can you stop, ma'am?
I'm flattered, but much as it pains me to admit it, you're overestimating my abilities. Besides, do you even have any proof that I made the switch? Knight's Counter Part 2. The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just a coincidence. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Also, take a look in the cylinder. 2 spent bullets. Just what we'd expect to see. So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None, that's what.
You say I'm overestimating your abilities? You surprise me.
What can I say? I'm a modest guy. More modest than you think. That's for sure. Everywhere except for the chessboard, that is.
Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you?
People who got back from the ad, quote, who needs to get their beep sucked? What did we miss?
Oh, the person who invented crab rangoons.
Oh,
Real.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you? My tie. Shame, still again. Wait, that's you. Sorry, that was entirely my brain turning off. I thought I just didn't read Knight's line.
Yeah, you just read my line, but I wasn't gonna say anything about it.
That's me. That's my fault. I'm so sorry. Please say your line.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already said this line, but then you reread the line.
Oh, okay. Okay, my brain's off. Shame, still. Guess that gives you a nice excuse. I didn't mess up. I just didn't have the right evidence.
I don't think I'll be the one making excuses, rather. I didn't mess up. They just got lucky with the evidence will be your excuse, I'd imagine.
Nice Counter Part 2.
Me slamming my buttons, please.
We got...
So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None, that's what.
the gun.
Objection!
The
Again.
gun itself.
Gun.
The gun itself.
I have your proof right here.
That's your proof? I think you've been working too hard, Edgeworth.
Not the gun itself, the evidence it carries. Evidence that will prove once and for all that it does in fact belong to you.
I'm looking forward to this. Go ahead and make your move. What's about to come into play? The rook? The bishop? Not a pawn, surely.
The evidence the gun will provide takes the form of fingerprints! Fingerprints. Namely, your fingerprints, Mr. Knight.
Objection!
My prints? Pah! Of course my prints are on the gun. You handed it right to me when you gave up the evidence. How could they not be on there?
Objection!
What if I told you there are prints on a part of the gun that you shouldn't have touched at any point?
What? Where? You can't prove that.
Oh, but I can. There's a place where your fingerprints could never have been left if things happened as you say. Allow me to present the final piece of evidence that will bring our game to its rightful conclusion. The bullets!
I clicked on the bullets, but okay.
This part is called the grip.
Ayo.
I've held a few guns in my time, but they've never quite felt right in my hand. Yeah, I don't like guns, said Edgeworth. For genuine reasons.
For a good reason.
This one is no exception. Here, look closely at the cylinder, detective. 2 bullets fired.
That's Gumshoe.
he-
2 bullets fired. But where are the prints we're looking for, sir?
On
You
the
may not have to
ball.
take out the bullets.
You did indeed switch the guns when I handed over the evidence. But if that were all you had done, your deception would have been easily detected. Because the number of bullets fired by each gun was different.
There were 2 spent bullets in the gun we found.
Also, here is your fun fact, by the way. We didn't need to press this, but if we did this, we would have gotten even more information. Had we pressed the 3rd statement, you would have learned that he reloads his gun every single time he fires it.
Damn.
So, that doesn't make sense why there's 2 bullets spent here.
Ah, what about Mr. Knight's gun?
We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage into that balloon. And he fired another bullet into Mr. Rook, ending his life. So 3 bullets in total, plus a few odd ones he let loose in shock during our little game. And after each shot, he reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course. Officer, where exactly were Mr. Knight's fingerprints found? The one mentioned in your report. I forgot this was me. Sir, they were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves. I'm not sure they could have gotten there just from me handling you the evidence, Mr. Knight.
That's...
And there we have it. Proof that you did indeed switch the guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours. And taking his life, you are the true assassin.
I didn't!
Checkmate.
No! I'm not screaming this right at this hour. There was a blue badger, there was the hot dog,
Oh my god.
a mallet,
all of those.
everything.
You good, bro?
Nah. I was going to be the new chief of security. That blasted Rook. If it hadn't been for him, I would have been in charge by now. I would have been in control of the whole team. My plan was perfect. The fake assassination was supposed to be flawless.
Detective Gumshoe.
Right away, sir.
Curse you, Edgeworth! Our game isn't over yet. I am
I'm
dying.
afraid this is as far as we go today. The next moves we play will be in the courtroom.
But it's not fair! It's not!
Get wrecked, loser. Lamau.
March 25th, 5:12 p.m. Gourd Lake, Lakeside Stage.
Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed a murderer within the ranks of my own personal guard. I will not soon forget that.
He's suddenly very presidential again. Now that we're back outside the plane.
I saw it, you know, when I first proposed a fake assassination to him.
You want me to handle it, not Rook?
Rook refused, but I can rely on you, can't I?
Of course, sir. You can count on me. I'll put together a plan that can't possibly fail. And he'll play his part like the pawn he is.
The hatred in his eyes was plain to see. He despised poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward with Knight in charge of our little deception. And looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. I can't help thinking I played a part in his decision to end Rook's life.
Mr. President, none of this would have happened if you hadn't plotted a fake and attempt on your life. That was your crime, and it is a crime you will have to live with.
You were right. I can only apologize for the part I played. And I will no doubt be made to pay for my actions in one way or another. But I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that, I shall be eternally grateful. I will be here in your country for a little while longer yet. But when I have returned home, perhaps you would visit us in Zhengfa. You will always be welcome.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Y'all don't know how grateful I am!
All's well that ends well.
Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was of course entirely groundless. The fact remains that you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions.
I know, and I'm awfully sorry, and I'm awful sorry about everything. Truly, I am.
I understand your desire for a scoop, but there are limits.
There sure are. I got me some serious thinking to do.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. That was something else. Prosecutor solves assassination conundrum. Earns eternal gratitude of president. How's that for a headline?
Hey, there's my department. Mr. Prosecutor, how does it feel to solve such an important case? You must be over the moon.
She certainly doesn't stay down for long. No comment.
Dang, you're one tight-lipped son of a gun.
As well I should be. This case is not over yet.
It isn't. How come, sir?
Because until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never be completely over. Shelly the Killer's calling card!
The killer's calling card.
Mr. the Killer has yet to complete his assignment.
You mean he might still try and murder the president?
I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm not, this could all blow up into something more sinister. As one would expect with the attempted assassination of a president. The case was all over the news. My preparations for Mr. Knight's trial were constantly interrupted by requests from the press. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case. Everyone was talking about it. But in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was only the first move in a game far bigger than any of us could have imagined.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. The end. That's case one. If we didn't yap for like an entire hour, we would have finished this on time. Poke fingers. Okay. Also, I am very sorry for giving you essentially 4 roles, Oro.
You're good.
I didn't want to play the villain again.
You're good.
I keep unintentionally getting it.
Desperate to not have to play the villain.
Literally, I'm like, please, I beg of you, I can't play the villain. I'm going to lose it.
This is how we deduce who the villain is, just based off of who is Oka voicing again.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to avoid it, because if this pattern has happened way too many times, I don't want it to be a legitimate. Oh, wait a second, you know, like that's gonna be a little. What the heck, you know. But that means next week we will officially be starting case 2, which means we are gonna get some of the best characters in the entire game. I know you guys are gonna love it, and unfortunately that means Oka's gonna have more work, because I actually do need to start separating people out here, because this is gonna get really chaotic.
This is
real
where
badly.
the actual line of building out who's gonna voice what characters specifically is gonna happen.
I kind of have to, unfortunately, because there's too many people that are involved in like the rest of the cases, and I don't want it where one of you guys ends up talking like 4 people in one scene. You know what?
Who could have this ever happened to? I wonder.
Multiple of us at this point. But I want to make sure that like it is at least somewhat like okay, and if it doesn't feel right when we're actually doing it, because I will forget a shit ton of scenes. If it doesn't feel right when we're doing it, then we can always switch out. Why do I have the hiccups right now? We'll always figure it out. But I think that's definitely one thing, and you guys can expect messages in our DMs for the next couple of days, as I'm like, hey, which one of you guys wants to do this or this? Which one of you guys wants to do this or this? And we'll see from there. So yeah, don't worry, you guys will have choices too.
Hype.
Hype. Why did I click on YouTube? I'm trying to click on Twitch. Anyways, hit him with the oopsie daisies. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. You should go get some.
Having us.
Of course, you should get some good EPs and get some good foods and everything like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Take it easy where you're able to.
I'm gonna shove the rest of these crab rangoons in my mouth.
As you should. Pop off, King.
But
I am currently looking for who we're gonna raid into, but you guys are more than welcome to leave. I'm just trying to figure shit out right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off so I could go eat.
Yeah.
Bye
Good
bye.
night. Bye. Let's see. I am alone by myself, Chad. What do I do? Pepe hands. I am gonna raid out. I think what we're gonna do is, because I know that my energy's been super low, I'm just only gonna have Ace Attorney on Mondays and Tuesdays, and we're not gonna try and push myself into higher grounds because, dear God, I do not have the brain capacity for it, unfortunately. Let me think. Let me see. Who to give a little bit of love to? Who to give a little bit of love to? Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. What the heck? Who do choose now? Also, thank you for my lovelies who have been here. Goodness. I was having 27 people, I think, in the chat. Thank you so much for the love and support, lovelies. I do see a few people. I'm grabbing 2 people in mind. Thank you for the stream. Hi, Grim! Now gonna read another light novel for 3 more hours. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, lose my voice. Great idea. Literal fantastic idea. I believe it. Okay. You know what? We're gonna go give a little bit of love to a 2-year affiliate. Like, what's it called? We're gonna go give a little bit of love to a 2-year affiliate stream. So I think that would be a good idea. So let's go give our kindness and warmest welcome to Yuna. So we're gonna go over and raid on over. And tomorrow, you guys, it's just gonna be you and me, chat. We're just gonna be yapping and bapping as much as we can tomorrow, okay? So thank you guys so much for the people who returned to the community, and those of you guys who are who had just been lurking and twerking. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. Please make sure you use the Oka Guild is bringing adventures to you. I would love and appreciate you guys supporting wherever you can. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We're gonna probably be working on something. I just don't know what. I don't know if it's gonna be PTU stuff. I don't know if it's gonna be my card. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe the Minecraft blocks still, because I still have those in my arsenal. I just haven't worked on it in a bit. But yeah, we'll figure shit out. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Bye bye.